Hello, my lovely rose garden. I'm Avalon.
And I'm Ray.
And if you're seeing this, it's because either you're one of our supporters or for whatever reason we weren't able to do a Pokemon Day stream, so we filmed something in advance for your entertainment. And what we are looking at today is a Disney slash Pixar film tier ranking
okay,
video.
This is including Pixar?
It includes Pixar.
All right.
It has all the Disney movies first and then all the Pixar ones up to, I believe, spring of 2025.
Okay.
Because I know there's some on here that, like, are newish that we haven't been able to see yet. So, speaking of, let's go over the ranks. Down at the very bottom, grayed out, is never saw it.
Yeah.
Because obviously we can't really rank a movie that we've never seen.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't feel right putting it in a rank just based on what I've heard about it.
Mm-hmm.
So anything we haven't seen just automatically goes to never saw it.
Mm-hmm.
At the very bottom is actively rewriting it in my head.
Yeah.
Because anytime we don't like a movie, we can't be normal about it and just say, well, that sucked and moved on. No, I have to rewrite the film. I have to make it work somehow.
Yes.
So, just above that is Once Was Enough. Like, I saw it once. I don't want to see it again, but, like, I'm not left feeling bitter and unsatisfied completely. It's just like, okay, I saw it once. I don't need to own it. I don't need to go back and see it again. I don't need to show it to my students. It's fine.
Yeah.
I would watch it if it was on.
It's self-explanatory.
Self-explanatory. Like, I don't need...
If we had cable and we just stumbled upon it, we would be all like, okay, yeah, sure, this makes good background noise.
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't own it, but yeah, I'll watch it. Like, if someone said, hey, do you want to watch this? I'd be like, fine.
Mm-hmm.
Childhood favorite.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this... You know, childhood is a state of mind, so new films can also be here.
Yes.
And cinematic masterpiece for those that we think just really elevate animation as a genre.
Yeah.
And are just phenomenal stories, phenomenal visuals, the music is good. Like, these are the ones that we have seen 10 plus times each.
Yeah.
10 is a low bar to clear.
Yeah,
for,
10
for
is
two autistics.
10 is a low bar to clear, I'll tell you what, because I can assure you, any of the ones that I had on VHS, I certainly watched more than 10 times.
Yeah, like, we wore out the VHSs on these ones.
I heard, though, that apparently some people who are not autistic will just watch a movie once and be all like, oh yeah, I really liked that, and then never watch it again. And I'm like...
That's crazy.
I don't know how you live like that, but okay.
Wild.
Why wouldn't you memorize movies that you love?
What's the point of owning it if you're not going to watch it until you can repeat it at the drop of a hat? Don't you get bored sometimes? Aren't you just standing in line and being like, wow, I wish I could be watching Beauty and the Beast right now, and then you just go into your mind theater and turn it on and just zone out for 10 minutes watching Beauty and the Beast in your head?
You know, as you do.
As you do.
As you do.
All right, without further ado, let's get into it. And I believe these are in
order
from release date.
Yeah, I can definitely tell.
And I think they might only be theatrical releases.
Yeah,
so,
probably.
So sadly, some of my more favorite direct-to-DVDs probably aren't on here. Probably and also not. Some of my most hated direct-to-DVDs aren't on here.
Yeah.
But anyway, starting with Snow White, I think there's only one category.
Yeah, like...
It has to be.
It has to be. Are we ordering the categories by, like, how far up they are?
Maybe at the end.
Yeah.
For now, I just want to rank the movies, and then we'll talk about which should be, like, the top.
Anyway, yeah, like, Snow White is a masterpiece in every sense of the word.
Yeah, it's still one of... It's just incrable.
Yeah.
There's nothing more to say about it.
Yeah.
Pinocchio.
Once was enough. Listen, I understand.
I get it.
There's some stuff about Pinocchio that would technically class it as a cinematic masterpiece. That being said, I never want to watch this movie again.
Yeah, I had never watched it in full until I think it might have been Tennelle and Whitney were watching it for.
Yeah, I remember that, and I was just like, you hadn't seen it all the way through,
and so I watched
fucked up movie.
I watched it, and because that was back when they did like patron watch-alongs for Animation Pilgrimage, which I really hope Animation Pilgrimage can come back at some point so they can come back and see this video and tell me how wrong I am. And but yeah, so that was my first time seeing Pinocchio, and I was like, this is kind of fucked up. Like, not even the parts that you think of that are fucked up, just like the whole thing is kind of fucked up.
Yeah. Like, listen, the story of Pinocchio on its own is kind of fucked up, but like like everyone was all like, oh yeah, Disneyfication makes everything lighter and softer, and I'm all like, it didn't for this.
Jiminy's kind of an asshole. Like, my exposure to Jiminy was Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
I was expecting him to just kind of be a little guy, and he's kind of a bastard. Like,
well, I mean, yeah, like, everyone's kind of a bastard in Pinocchio.
Like, Geppetto deserved better. All right, Fantasia.
Cinematic masterpiece. Let's be real. If you haven't seen the original Fantasia, you should.
Yeah, just the concept alone was so interesting. If I at 5-6 years old was able to sit down and watch the whole thing start to finish without skipping over any bits. That's how good it was.
Yeah. Like, even the boring live action talkie bits.
Yeah,
like,
I was still seated for those.
Yeah,
I watched them. I wasn't enthused about them, but we did have Fantasia on VHS, and I watched it, the whole thing, a lot. So, which you would think would put it in childhood favorite, but no, I think that some of the things
it
they
certainly
do
classes as a cinematic masterpiece.
Like, just the snowflake bit. And knowing that was all done by hand.
Yeah, like, the fact that it is all done by hand, it really puts it over the top. Because, yeah, like, there's just something special, especially about the animation in Fantasia. You can definitely tell that the animators were really giving it their all. Because they didn't have to focus on necessarily, like, telling a story or whatever. It was just a showcase of animation and music.
It was just synesthesia, the movie.
The synesthesia, the movie. And that's probably why, like, a lot of people consider it a bit more boring. But, if you're into that shit, like, it is your shit.
See, I'm just happy that even back in the 1940s, artists were listening to songs and making up AMVs in their heads.
Exactly. This is the original AMV comp. The whole Disney studio got together and made AMVs.
Perfect. Dumbo.
Once was enough. Like, it's not bad enough to be actively rewriting it in my head, because the movie is not, like, it's just scrapes over an hour. It's so, like, other than the actual offensive parts of it, inoffensive.
Yeah, like,
in like, it's such a blip on the radar. Like, people really love Dumbo, and I'm like, I get it. I never had any emotional connection to this movie. There sure is some racism in that movie, and that's about it.
Like, the Baby Mine sequence.
Yeah.
It really tugs at your heartstrings.
Baby Mine is, like, the only part of it that I would probably rewatch.
Pink Elephants on Parade is, like, technically impressive.
Yeah.
But the rest of it's just kind of there.
Yeah, like, the rest of the movie is just so forgettable.
Like, I just don't particularly care.
Yeah.
Bambi.
I would watch it if it's on.
Okay, I thought I might have to fight you on that one to put it if I would watch it was on, so I'm glad you said that.
No, I like...
Because I thought you were the... was it you or someone else was always like, oh, Bambi is, like, so boring. And I'm like, I mean, parts of it are boring, but it's so pretty. I put it in boring parentheses positive. Yeah, it is nice background noise.
It is a boring movie. But that being said, it's kind of boring in the way that cottagecore is boring.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, oh, it's pleasant to look at. The music's nice.
Yeah, it's a well animated, it's good background imagery / noise.
And the few action sequences that there are, fucking slap.
Yeah, and I really like the use of color in that movie. Like, I could definitely understand why baby Osamu Tezuka hyperfixated on it for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
And Bambi's the original anime.
And since I highly doubt that the sequel is going to be in this tier list, which I would put above Bambi, to be honest, it has all my shit in it.
It has your bonding with your estranged father figure.
My shit. I highly recommend checking out Sin Squad's video on Bambi 2, and just all of Sin Squad's videos, really. But yeah, if you haven't seen the Bambi 2 one, go watch it, because it's such a good media analysis of how it follows up the first film as a midquel, and how Bambi's mother, like, haunts the narrative, I think is how Sin Squad put it.
Yeah.
To the point where they're using audio recordings of the original voice actress who is long dead.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, that's actually really cool.
Everyone who made Bambi is long dead.
So yeah, I'm very partial to Bambi 2. Bambi's fine. Saludos amigos. I never saw it.
I once was enough. Like, it's inoffensive. It bores me not particularly positively. It's a package film, you know. Like, if you really enjoy, like, the, like, oh, you know, this is the a few Disney animators made a travelogue of South America.
Yeah.
And they animated some stuff about it. And the, like, you know,
the history.
The informational parts are nice. That being said, this movie bored me. And I was like, okay, I get it. This was a goodwill tour during World War II. This was made on the cheap. It's really not my thing.
See, a whole bunch of these coming up are all ones that I've never seen.
Oh, then I'll be the one.
So you're gonna have to rank them.
Yeah.
Three Caballeros.
Also, Once Was Enough. I feel
like
thing.
A lot of the package movies are just gonna be Once Was Enough.
Three Caballeros is specifically Mexico. It's the same thing as Saludos Amigos. It's just, yes, I understand the historical reason for this movie existing. I have a friend who really likes both Saludos Amigos and the Three Caballeros. That being said, I don't care.
Make My Music.
Actually, never watch. I would no.
It has to be the whole thing.
I always get Make My Music and Melody Time mixed up. I've seen one of them. I haven't seen the other. To put it, I want to say I've seen Make My Music. And Once Was Enough. I don't think I've seen Melody Time.
All right. Fun and Fancy Free.
Fun and Fancy Free is good. I would watch it if it was on.
Okay.
That's the one with Mickey and the Beanstalk.
Oh yeah,
which is on the picture.
Yeah, and that's a fun. I've seen bits and pieces of that.
Yeah, like that one was all right. Melody Time. I'm gonna say for the sake of safety, never saw it. Ichabod and Mr. Toad.
See, this one I'm in a weird position because I've somehow never seen the Ichabod, or I've never seen the Mr. Toad portion of this movie.
Yeah, because they did, like, release them separately.
Well, and also,
once when we were kids.
We didn't have the VHS of it. We just recorded. My parents, you remember Wonderful World of Disney?
Yeah.
Used to come on, like, Sunday evenings.
On ABC?
On ABC.
Yeah.
And they showed it one year, I guess, and like for Halloween or something, and my parents only recorded on our, because we had a VHS player, obviously,
you know, as everyone did.
So they recorded the Ichabod. Yeah. They recorded the Sleepy Hollow part, but they didn't record the Mr. Toad part.
I mean,
so I've only seen the Sleepy Hollow part.
I've seen both, and Ichabod is childhood favorite. Mr. Toad is I would watch it if it was on. I think for safety and for you as well, I'd put it in childhood favorite.
Yeah, because I've never seen the Mr. Toad part, but the Ichabod, the Sleepy Hollow part, fucking slaps.
Oh yeah, and
Like-
that song.
And the laugh,
Yeah.
like Dullahans are one of my favorite mythological.
Yeah.
And I know that the Headless Horseman isn't technically a Dullahan, but
Doesn't-
close enough.
Don't care.
Close enough.
Don't care. He fits.
So yeah,
Okay.
that's our first childhood movie.
Oh,
Cinderella.
okay. All right.
I'm gonna fight for cinematic masterpiece.
I'm not gonna fight it, but I will say that I do have a very complicated history with this movie. I'm not gonna go into it, but
Understandable.
for a long time, it was a once was enough. And now I definitely class it as cinematic masterpiece, but it took a long time to get there.
I probably would put it in childhood favorite, except for the fact that it does contain Walt Disney's favorite piece of animation.
I mean, okay,
But the stuff with the mice kind of gets on my nerves after a point.
yeah, like you watch it and you always forget just how many mice bits there are, but honestly, like considering some of the later stuff with like animal sidekicks or whatever, which if you ever talk to me, you know animal sidekicks are really annoying to me. I get really annoyed by it. This is like the least offensive like animal sidekicks taking over the movie.
Yeah.
Like they don't quite get to the point where like I want to turn off the movie like some later
Entries will do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it...
But yeah, Cinderella, it took a while to get there, but absolutely it's a cinematic masterpiece.
I think it really kind of marks a return to form for Disney too after the package film era.
Yeah, absolutely. Like and the stuff that is beautiful in it is really, really beautiful.
And the music. Some
yeah.
of the most iconic.
Yeah.
Eileen Woods is just phenomenal.
If you ever want to be really sad about Cinderella, like search up Eileen Woods and her later life.
See, I've always found it to be kind of like a bittersweet, like a little bit heartwarming. But
it's heartwarming, but God, is it sad?
I mean, it's very sad in the way that dementia and Alzheimer's is always very sad. But
yeah.
All right, Alice in Wonderland.
Oh gosh.
I'm torn between childhood favorite and I would watch it if it was on. It's a very pretty movie.
I would push it towards childhood favorite because I do just really enjoy this movie a whole lot.
I will put it there. Like I'm kind of torn between the two because as much as I am a nerd for Alice in Wonderland and I do like a lot of the visuals that they do, it's just really hard to sit and watch for me for like repeated viewings.
See, like certainly I would watch it if it was on, in the sense that it makes really, really good like creative background noise. But that being said, like I will get distracted and just start watching it if it's in the background. Like I do genuinely love Disney's Alice in Wonderland.
I know where Peter Pan is going.
I put it under childhood favorite.
Yeah.
Listen. Like most Disney anything back in the day, it's got some real racist shit in there. That being said, God, everything else about this movie just makes me smile.
But also, that being said, you and your dad are native.
Yeah.
So you're allowed to say that.
It's racist. It's racist, guys. I'll fully admit it. But everything else about this movie is super fucking fun, and Captain Hook is probably my favorite Disney villain of all time.
Yeah.
And also, I will go to bat for anything Bobby Driscoll is in, because I got opinions about how the Disney Corporation treated Bobby Driscoll.
Yeah.
And I'm all like, you know what?
See,
he deserves his fucking flowers at this point. Yeah, he was in Peter Pan. There's some racist shit in Peter Pan. Bobby Driscoll, is really fucking good as Peter Pan. Yeah, Peter Pan's an asshole. He was an asshole in the book. That's because little boys are assholes. What can I say?
Lady and the Tramp.
Once again, we deal with the racism, but cinematic masterpiece, in my opinion.
I might fight you for childhood favorite, because rewatching it, I am reminded that there is just kind of a lot of just stuff happening that it doesn't really stand out, but it is a gorgeous movie. I like that it's all shot from the dog's perspective so that you almost never see human faces.
And there's just so many, like...
The lighting is really good,
there's so
especially
many
in the finale.
details in this movie. And that's why I'm all like, it's cinematic masterpiece. Like, I can't...
I will put it at cinematic masterpiece, but when we get to it, I'm probably going to argue for it to be lower on the list.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. It can be on the lower end of cinematic masterpiece, but God, it's such a gorgeously animated movie.
Sleeping Beauty, obviously
cinematic masterpiece. Are we even arguing?
That might be at the front of cinematic masterpiece.
Like every single shot of that movie is a beautiful painting.
There is only one movie, and I know you already know which one it is. Mm-hmm. There is only one movie that I would put above Sleeping Beauty as a cinematic masterpiece. 101 Dalmatians. Okay. I'd watch it if it was on.
Like, I have complicated feelings about the direct... I always forget the actual literal term, like the direct copy process, the Xerox,
whatever
process.
That is.
Like, it was a big step up for animation, and the animation on 101 Dalmatians, I would fully admit, is probably masterpiece worthy. That being said, I do not care about this movie at all. Like, beyond the animation, like, leap forward that it did.
I feel like it's very 60s.
Yeah.
And was it 1959 or was it 1960?
It was 60s.
But
no, it was after 1960, because 1960 was Sleeping Beauty.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's in that realm.
It's in the 60s. It's the Xerox process, sure. Like, I was never a big fan of how sketchy it looked, and that's heresy to say in regards to, like, people who are really into Disney animation specifically, but I didn't like how sketchy the Xerox process made everything look. I really liked the inking and the painting, but
Cruella de Vil, though,
yeah, she is an icon. I would watch it if it was on, I think.
Yeah, that's where it is for me.
Yeah.
I also really like the scene where they, like, break through the window and just look so badass.
Yeah, like, there's some really amazing animation in 101 Dalmatians, but God, do I not care about the story.
Sword in the Stone.
This is a childhood favorite for me, so I think you're going to probably have to make a call on this one. I know that I am in the minority when it comes to this being a childhood favorite, because everyone else is all like, this movie is so boring, and...
Yeah, I think I'm more in the Once Was Enough, so we'll split the difference, and I would watch it if it was on.
Yeah.
Jungle Book.
Once Was Enough for me, honestly.
Yeah, I did used to watch it a lot as a kid, but, like, growing up now, I'm just kind of like, it's there.
Yeah, this was a movie
that... The voice acting and the animation, especially on Shere Khan, are great.
Yeah, like, he's great.
Bagheera and Baloo are married.
But, like, yeah.
I think this was my first non-straight couple in a film.
Yeah. All right. The Aristocats.
The Aristocats. I don't dislike it enough to be actively rewriting it.
Yeah, but it is kind of...
But it's really boring, and it really doesn't have anything to save it from the racism.
Yeah.
So...
I'm just like, like, I remember I did own this VHS as a kid. I watched it maybe 3 times.
Yeah, same.
Like it was always kind of like, do I like this movie now? And then by the end of it, I'm like, nope, still don't like it.
Like,
I'll watch it in another couple years to see if I still hate it.
There are scenes that I like in the... There's one in particular scene that I like in the movie, and it's because I teach choir occasionally.
Yeah.
And yeah, like that little opening bit when they're doing the piano. That's a really fun song to introduce kids to choir with.
Yeah.
But other than that,
I like the relationship between the 2 main cats, Thomas O'Malley and the white cat who's Duchess. Who, yeah.
See, I don't even remember anything about their relationship.
They're really cute. That's the only positive, honestly. And I'm sorry. I got another friend who really loves Aristocats, but I'm like, sorry.
Like, I can't in good conscience put it in actively rewriting it.
Yeah, because it didn't really make that much of a...
It didn't piss me off.
Yeah, it didn't piss me off.
As a kid, at least. And, like... But, you know, with movies like Lady and the Tramp, it's like... And, like, Peter Pan, it's like, yeah, there's some uncomfortable material here, but there's enough artistic merit in other parts of the movie that it's worth watching despite it.
Yeah.
I don't feel like Aristocats is worth watching despite it.
Yeah. Okay, so next up, Robin Hood. Childhood favorite, honestly.
This is the only version of Robin Hood that is real to me.
It's so good.
Like, I've seen other Robin Hoods, but this one is still the best one. That's the Sexy Fox Robin Hood.
You fucking furry. Like, but I mean, to be fair, like, if you have anthro animals as you know, your cast, and I still really like it, that definitely means something.
Yeah, because you are not...
I'm not into the whole, like...
Lady and the Tramp is an outlier for you.
Yeah, Lady and the Tramp is an outlier. Like, I generally don't enjoy animal stories, and I don't know why. But,
Winnie and the Pooh?
Winnie the Pooh.
The Many Adventures of Winnie and the Pooh, I should say. Never saw it.
I saw it, I'm sorry, Soviet Winnie the Pooh is better. Once was enough.
The Rescuers.
Okay.
I know that I have seen it. I don't remember it enough. I know that I like Bernard and Bianca.
They're really good.
I know that the bird, the seagull or whatever, is that's brother Orville. Of the one.
It's Orville.
Yeah, that's Orville. And then in Rescuers Down Under, it's Wilbur.
Yeah.
And that's really cute. I don't know anything about this film.
Okay, so...
I know there's a little girl and, like, this lady with alligators, and I'm like, I look at the villains' character designs, and I just am filled with loathing. Not in the way that, like, oh, these are fun characters to hate, but just, I don't like looking at them.
Yeah. Okay, so...
I guess I do have opinions on this movie.
I'm very much in the camp. Like, you know, there's a very specific, like, there's 2 very distinct camps when it comes to the Rescuers. There's people who really like the first Rescuers and really hate Down Under, and then there's the camp of people who really like Down Under and really don't like Rescuers. And I'm in the second camp. I don't like the Rescuers. Once was enough.
Okay, but it's not being rewritten. It's not bad.
Being rewritten because it's not nearly offensive to my being, but I didn't like it.
Now we're gonna have words.
Okay. Fox and the Hound is actively rewriting it in my head.
See, it was a childhood favorite for me. It was probably the first movie that, like, made me cry.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, Lion King might have been the first movie to make me cry, because I did see... It came out later, but I saw Lion King first. Um, but I understand why it's active rewriting in your head, and if you want to just if you can do it at a low enough volume to not blow out the mic, explain why it's actively rewriting it in your head.
Okay, so this well, okay, let me just simplify it down. This movie is fucking compet.
That's not what I expected to come out of your mouth.
There's a bunch of things that I have to say about this movie, but specifically, this is baby's first compet.
Fair.
Like they straight there's so much about this movie that, like, you know, I know it was based on something. I understand that it was based on something. I don't care.
Like they haven't taken wide liberties with things that were based on other things.
Yeah, like there's so much in this movie that like, aside from the compet, which I don't know how much I'll get into. Aside from that, there's so much in this movie that could have been resolved so much easier
by talking.
But, like, you know, there's just
Okay, I'm gonna just. I think there's. Let me take some thoughts out of your head.
Yes, please.
Put them in my mouth.
Because you've heard me rant.
Because I've heard you rant about it,
and I just have so much to say about this movie, and all of it is incredibly frustrating.
So, okay, I'm condensing this down from things that you have said before, so yes. I may not word it perfectly. Yeah. But throughout this video, we have been talking about how some of these movies that are otherwise excellent movies do have these scenes of racism, like What Makes the Red Man Red, or the Italians and the cats in Lady and the Tramp. Yeah. But it's not like a core part of the film. Yeah. Whereas Fox and the Hound is kind of a movie about segregation that ends with a pro-segregation being the answer.
A pro-segregation,
because, like, you know, in an abstract, like, real world look at it, you would be like, oh yeah, a fox is a wild animal and it shouldn't be a pet. But these animals have human intelligence.
Yeah, like it's very much, if you've never seen Jack Saint's, like, The Problem with Talking Dog movies,
another great one to watch.
You should watch it. Because yeah, it very much acknowledges the, like, listen, yes, I'm going to overthink this, but think about it. So yeah, like, whether we like it or not, these are two characters that are portrayed as young and are voiced by real children, and are being portrayed more or less as children who, you know,
you can't be friends with him over there,
are in the South.
Yeah.
Or in the Appalachian area. Like, yeah, the first thing that comes to my mind is the compet, because shipping Todd and Copper is, like, the only way I can make it through this movie. But
they're literally not allowed to even be friends.
Yeah, they're not allowed to even be friends.
Like,
and
they do have
the way that the other characters around them talk, like, even the animal characters, they're all like, yeah, like, haha, you sure are friends right now, but when you grow up, it's gonna get way more complicated. And I'm all like, huh, okay.
And as someone who's mixed race,
I'm just like, huh, okay.
It definitely hit.
There's a lot.
See, like, and me as a kid, a lot of that just went over my head, of course, and because I'm not mixed race and you are, and you know, it's just different experience.
Very uncomfortable movie to watch for any number of reasons, and also I will also, like, go on to say 100% Todd and Copper have some tension.
Yeah.
And they really did just like, oh, here's a girl fox. Her name is literally Girl Fox. Go,
Because
run off, be segregated, go have a heterosexual relationship in the woods because we're all right with this.
And she is here because we literally see that Todd cannot survive on his own. He has not been prepared at all.
Yeah, because he was raised in captivity, and I'm all like, oh, that's another thing that I don't really like. It's like, yes, the best thing to do is to let this wild animal that you raised in captivity free into the wilderness. This will certainly.
Yeah.
I know there's probably it's set in a time before there's like wildlife sanctuaries or whatever, but I'm like, come on.
He's a fox. It's not like he's an endangered species.
Yeah, I'm like, this is a badly written thing all around, and I don't like it.
And me having missed all of that as a child, I just thought that it was really beautifully animated. The sequence with the bear is incredible.
Yeah, that's Glen Keane, baby.
And so I think that it's a really beautiful film, but having spoken with you about your issues with the story and the very unfortunate message that is at the heart of it, I am also going to put it in actively rewriting it. I think if you just if you change the ending, you could save this.
The Fox and the Hound that exists in my head is great.
Yeah.
It's not the movie that it is, though.
Great mouse detective, baby's first jump scare.
Oh my god, this fucking movie is so good.
Childhood favorite for me.
Cinematic masterpiece, baby.
I'm gonna argue. I'm gonna fight you on this one.
I know.
Because it's a great movie. It is. Vincent Price is here, don't get me wrong. The tension between Basil and Radigan. But it does not, in my opinion, elevate the medium of animation.
I will argue with you on that.
Okay.
Because this was the first use of CG
in a
Disney movie.
You're right.
In the clock tower.
Yes. Okay.
Like it's not good. It looks kind of janky when you look at it too hard.
But it is the first integration.
It is the first use of it
in a Disney film. All right. Okay, you got me there.
Mm-hmm. Technicalities, my favorite.
Black Cauldron, I think.
I never saw this one.
No, get out of there. I'm definitely rewriting it.
I remember seeing something. I don't know if it was a YouTube video or
there's like a whole YouTube documentary.
But it was all like, oh yeah, like there's a bunch of stuff that was cut out of this movie, and I'm all like, I want to see the uncut version. Like I haven't seen the movie, but like from what I've heard, there's like, it definitely feels like a movie that was chopped up.
Yeah. Even as a kid, I was able to tell that this movie didn't feel finished.
Thanks, Katzenberg, you fucking demon.
And, like, not in the way that, like, another movie we'll get to later feels unfinished. Yeah. But, like, because I saw it through Disney Channel.
Yeah.
And I would, it would go to commercial break and come back, and I would be like, did I black out and miss something? Because how did we get here?
I once again stand by the idea that everything good in the Disney Renaissance was in spite of Katzenberg's decisions rather than because of them. Because my god, this man made nothing but poor suggestions from everything that I've heard.
I forget who made the video that you were referencing, but I'm sure if you look it up, you'll find it, because there is... I don't think that the cut content would have entirely saved this film from being a once was enough.
Yeah.
But it at least would have made it a cohesive story with a thematic through line.
And if nothing else, it would have been a daring movie for Disney to make, because I know that especially even the source material is pretty dark. So like it certainly would have been one of Disney's first forays into something like a bit more older children.
Well, and when you also think of how popular dark fantasy was becoming at this time, at least in because like Dark Crystal and
like
Labyrinth,
you certainly saw the reason that they set out to adapt something for a bit of an older audience.
Like Dungeons and Dragons was becoming more in the cultural zeitgeist. I think Ralph Bakshi's Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Well, and
the Rankin Bass.
Also,
I don't have exact
this was
dates
around
for
the
that.
time that John Bluth was getting much more popular than Disney.
Yeah, I don't have the exact dates, but I know that like generally this era, dark fantasy was kind of becoming a popular subgenre.
It was the late 80s. Like it was very exciting.
Yeah. Oliver and Company. For me, a childhood favorite. But I know that you're not a huge fan of the animal characters.
Yeah, I would watch it if it was on. I don't have I watched this as a kid. And it sure does have Billy Joel in it.
I think we rewatched it fairly recently because we were kind of on an Oliver Twist kick after after Little Shadows came out in Cinderella Boy.
Yeah.
Got our Cinderella Boy mention.
Yeah.
So we were like, let's watch everything to do with Oliver Twist.
And
it's probably
it's
one of obviously as a child, I didn't understand what it was based on. Understanding now that it's based on Oliver Twist, I'm actually a little bit more okay with Oliver being a more passive character.
Yeah. Because Oliver is the ultimate passive protagonist. Oliver Twist is he's just a guy that, like, things just happen to. And he's like, okay, well, this might as well be happening.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to fight for pushing it up into childhood favorite. I don't think that the animation or soundtrack are especially good.
I don't think I would place it above Bambi.
Yeah, it's around the same level, like for very different reasons, but about the same level of enjoyability. Little Mermaid.
Cinematic masterpiece.
Yeah.
Her hair alone. My God.
And, again, technically Oliver and Company started the Renaissance, but for, going back to...
I mean, if you want to be really nitpicky, I think The Great Mouse Detective started the Renaissance. Because that's the first integration of CG.
Yeah, fair. But Little Mermaid, just... Howard Ashman, man. And
it was very much the start of, like, the Disney as a Broadway musical kind of
films.
Because, before then...
Like, Oliver and Company touched on it, but the musical numbers in Little Mermaid were just so much better.
Yeah. And just in general, Oliver and Company, like I said, it sure did have Billy Joel in it.
Yeah.
And that Billy Joel's song was, like, the only song in all... Well, no, okay, there was the little song the little girl sang.
There's a lot of non-diegetic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and there was also Bette Midler. But, like... Why should I worry? That's, like, the only song anyone thinks about.
See, I really like Streets of Gold, actually.
I don't remember.
Actually, no, take back what I said about non-diegetic songs. There are plenty of songs of the character singing, but I really like Streets of Gold.
But yeah, Little Mermaid is the start of Disney as a Broadway musical, like, push. And, like, there's just so much to say about it.
I will fight anyone. The Little Mermaid is a queer movie.
It is.
I will fight anyone who says otherwise. I don't care.
It's The Little Mermaid. It was based on a story by a queer man about the queer experience. And then when Disney, like, brought it over, they got a gay man to write all the songs, and they based the villain on a drag queen. Like, you cannot.
This movie is...
And also look at King Triton. Look at his nipples.
Look at him. Daddy. Sorry.
Look at his nipples and tell me that this wasn't a little bit for gay guys.
Like, there's a term I've been seeing, and it probably existed for a long time, and I'm just late to it, but the term is culturally queer.
Yeah.
Where a person or thing does not necessarily need to be queer itself to be part of queer culture.
And let's be real,
everything and this is queer culture.
Everything surrounding this movie is queer.
Yeah.
Like, even simply like me saying, oh yeah, this is the start of Disney as Broadway. Broadway is queer as hell.
Yeah. So
like,
this is a queer movie.
Yeah.
I'll fight anyone.
And pretty much all of the Disney as Broadway movies are gonna be at least a little bit queer. Yeah. Because that's just how it is. If you're pushing to make it Broadway-esque, it's gonna be a little bit gay.
All right. The next one, I know you have strong feelings about.
I have strong feelings.
I haven't seen it since I was a child.
Oh, we should watch it again.
I do want to rewatch it, but even knowing that I haven't seen it since I was a kid, I can still clearly remember specific scenes. I feel like certain lines have really become kind of iconic from this movie. I don't think it gets the respect it deserves. That said, I would class it as a childhood favorite.
Yeah, it's a childhood favorite.
Like it's higher up in the childhood favorites.
There's some
It's Rescuers Down Under, by the way.
There's some scenes in The Rescuers Down Under that I would classify as masterpiece scenes, but I don't think the movie as a whole is a cinematic masterpiece. So that's why I'm not pushing for it to be a cinematic masterpiece, despite my bias. That being said, the Marahute flying scene does bring me to tears. It's so beautiful.
I know that they will like never re-release this movie in theaters, and I'm really mad that they stopped doing that, by the way. Yeah. Fuck all these live action remakes.
Yeah, they should just start re-releasing these movies into theaters, because there are some movies that I feel, especially the Renaissance movies, there's a market. There's a feeling to seeing these movies on the big screen that you just cannot get when you watch them at home.
If I could see the Marahute scene in IMAX,
oh god,
I'd fucking die, I think.
Perish right there in your seat.
And I'm also bringing this up because of our next entry in this list, which is another one that, for whatever reason, I hadn't seen all the way through. I think that we had the VHS, but I think something had happened to it. Like, because I don't remember seeing it as a kid at all, but I remember what the VHS cover looked like. So maybe like one of my friends or neighbors had it. But I do not remember seeing this movie all the way through until you, me, and our friend Bailey went, because they re-released it into theaters, and they did this like half 3D thing where like it was like a depth thing,
field thing,
and that was an incredible viewing experience, first off. But it was the first time that I had seen this movie start to finish that I could remember seeing, and I fucking cried. Beauty and the Beast is the cinematic masterpiece.
We're just gonna move it up to the front.
It's going to front immediately. It is from start to finish basically a perfect film. There is almost nothing about it I could think of that would even remotely need to be changed. It is the reason that Best Animated Picture is a category in the Oscars.
Yes.
If that's not... People gave a standing ovation to an unfinished version of this film. God. It is perfection. I really hate that one of the DVD copies that I have that I don't think we have anymore, because when we moved in together, I'm pretty sure we just have yours. But they put Human Again back into the film, and I'm like, no, it was perfect the way it was.
Yeah, I have the version where
Human Again isn't bad, but like it doesn't need to be here.
Yeah, like I have the version where it's the re-release with Human Again. It's the unfinished cut that was shown at, I think, what was it, Sundance?
Yes, it was some film festival.
And then the theatrical release. And I watch the theatrical release every time. Because
because it's that good. Like, it doesn't need Human Again.
This was the movie that I watched until my VHS tape wore out. And then I took that, I still have that VHS. It doesn't, maybe it could play, but it's worn out. Like, some of the dialogue is just missing because of how much I've watched this tape. I took it and I got it signed by the voice actors for Belle, Beast, and Gaston.
And that was a whole experience.
That was a whole experience. I cried. But yes, Beauty and the Beast is my favorite Disney movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
I really don't think you can top it.
It's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece of a movie.
Like, even the movie that I feel second most strongly about on this list doesn't come close to touching Beauty and the Beast. Mm-hmm. Beauty and the Beast almost needs its own fucking category.
Like, the category slightly above cinematic masterpiece is just Beauty and the Beast.
It's just changed the game, and it would be Beauty and the Beast and Snow White.
Yeah.
Because those are the two, like, these movies changed animation, changed how animated films are seen as a medium forever. Okay, next up, I had to scroll down a little because I can't really see it. Aladdin. Childhood favorite. I like that it's a more comedic film, but a lot of the comedy just kind of doesn't hold up to my current tastes in comedy. Like, I'm sorry, Robin Williams, you're great. But also there was a lot of messiness with that.
Yeah.
And
it's definitely a messy film. But there's some things about Aladdin that I have a lot of formative memories just watching Aladdin or just having it on in the background. This is another movie that I watched until nearly the tape ran out.
Played the game a lot.
I never played the game.
I played Aladdin and I played Lion King, and I never beat Aladdin. I did beat Lion King though.
Nice. But yeah, like there's just some really amazing stuff, and I know that like there's some really rough CG in this movie though. If you ever look at
the magic carpet scene.
Yeah, Escaping the Cave of Wonders, there's some really rough CG. And I was just all like, the CG wasn't that rough in like Beauty and the Beast. Like
or Great Mouse Detective, honestly. I feel like it passes like I feel like the Great Mouse Detective, because it's such a limited use of it, you can kind of give it a pass.
And even in The Little Mermaid, there's some CG in the background, but like there's the CGI in Aladdin is rough. I get maybe it's because it's like in motion so much because it's during a very like action-packed scene. But I'm just
they really put it front and center, and and in two separate scenes, and it looks bad both times.
That being said, I will watch this movie and cry because of Robin Williams now. Especially that ending scene, man. I'm just like, Robin Williams.
Lion King, I'm also putting in childhood favorite.
See, okay, I would.
Oh, all right, we got it.
Say it's cinematic masterpiece. Like it did change the game in the way that it was the winner of, a shit ton of Oscars and awards and stuff. And like, while I personally gripe about people being like, oh, this is the best Disney movie ever,
it is really good.
It is really good.
They did show a dead body.
I don't agree that it's the best Disney movie ever. And I get the feeling that a lot of the people who say that don't like the Disney princess movies because they're for girls, quote unquote. I get the feeling that that's why a lot of people say Lion King is the best Disney movie ever. And that's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah. Again, I think it's kind of like the thing with Aladdin, where like some of the humor in Lion King that worked for me as a kid doesn't really work for me as an adult. Like Timon and Pumbaa, like they're there. I don't like them as much anymore.
They're definitely kind of teetering on the annoying animal psychic thing. But they're all animals, so I'm like,
like I think for me I really like The Lion King and Aladdin on Broadway
Yeah.
more than I like the movies.
Though, okay, that being said,
but I also haven't seen Beauty and the Beast or Little Mermaid on Broadway.
I went to see Lion King when I was, I think, 4 years old. Was it 95?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to see Lion King in theaters when I was 4 years old. It was the very first time I went to the theaters to watch a movie. And my mom said that I literally sat there in the movie theater, like staring at the screen intently, did not say a word, did not move throughout the whole viewing experience.
Yeah, so that's something.
so that's a new trend. That's a new challenge for Gen Alpha. Sit through a whole movie without saying a word.
Hey, my students sat through Over the Garden Wall.
Yeah, but your students are also
they're older though.
5th graders.
Yeah, they're still Gen Alpha.
I was a whole 4 years old and was able to sit through The Lion King without saying a goddamn thing.
All right.
Was it the autism? Was it the greatness of the movie? Who knows?
Well, you came out of it not a furry, so I don't think it's the.
Yeah.
Pocahontas.
Okay. This is very
actively rewriting it in my head.
This is very
and that's all I'm gonna say.
Contentious, at least for me to say. I would watch it if it was on. Like, this movie has problems.
It's got a lot of problems.
So many problems. But unlike Fox and the Hound and the Black Cauldron, I don't feel like it, as its current form, is an unwatchable movie. I think it's a very pretty movie. I really like the music. God, is it racist? God, is there problems? But it's a pretty movie. And if I turn my brain off, it's an enjoyable movie.
See, I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I'll agree that it's a pretty movie. Mm-hmm. I'll agree that they do take some risks, and they did consult Native Americans on the creation of the film. That there is some controversy within the Native community about the people they consulted.
Yeah, the guy who played Chief Powhatan is a contentious,
very divisive figure.
Yes,
but. See, my thing with it that I would say actively rewriting it in my head is even beyond just the purely inaccurate portrayal of history, which, you know, this isn't a documentary.
Yeah.
I don't expect them to be 100% factual.
Yeah, like, we enjoy Anastasia, so we're not gonna ding it for that.
But I do think that there's a lot of insensitivity in the handling and a lot of glorification of the settlers.
Yeah.
I think it's particularly problematic, TM, that they aged up Pocahontas to the degree that they did.
Yeah.
That she is
sexualized.
And this is, and this is another issue that came up with Jasmine as well. Yeah. But I don't know. I was more willing to forgive it.
See, Jasmine, okay.
Like I forgave it more with Jasmine because, like, Aladdin to me was, like, equally, and maybe that's worse. Maybe that's worse, actually, now that I'm saying it out loud. But they were kind of on equal footing.
Well, and also they're a bit more cartoony.
Yeah, like
Pocahontas is definitely drawn as, like, a sexualized woman.
Well, that and, like, just the supposed gravitas of this film being like, oh, this is, like, going to be our big, you know, Oscar bait movie.
Yeah, it was
over The Lion King.
Yeah, it was made at the same time as The Lion King, and they were all like, "Oh, this is gonna be the big one, guys." And then The Lion King came out and
against all odds.
Yeah, and
if you want a fun afternoon, look up the production history of The Lion King. Oh my god!
Once again, this is Katzenberg being wrong.
And the very earth itself just trying to stop that movie.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah,
but. Yeah, like, I'm more willing to give it a pass in Aladdin because it's so stylized versus Pocahontas, where they're trying to be serious and real.
Yeah.
And overall, just...
And to be fair, Mel Gibson is also there. I always forget that Mel Gibson's here.
Mel Gibson's there.
Okay, yeah, actively rewriting it in my head.
And, well, and not just that, but, like, you know, even all of that aside, the movie kind of hinges... It's Romeo and Juliet, but make it the American colonization.
Yeah.
And I don't buy the romance between Pocahontas and John Smith.
Yeah,
and they cut out, they actually have this in isolation, a couple of really nice songs that were cut that I think could have helped with that idea, but even then, like, the delivery and performance just didn't sell it to me. Because Pocahontas, the moment that John Smith shows up, I have thoughts and feelings about this movie.
Boy.
More than I realized. Pocahontas is a fun character until John Smith shows up.
Yeah.
And then she just loses her entire personality.
That's something that always bothered me about this movie. Okay, so
she's playful and mischievous and fun, and then he shows up.
I will say overtly that the soundtrack in this movie is so fucking good.
See, I like Steady as the Beating Drum. I think Savages is a good, like, villain song, even though I fundamentally disagree with its message that both sides are bad.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
It's just a fun song. Like, once again, you gotta turn your brain off to enjoy some of this movie. But I really like the soundtrack to this movie. I really like the animation style. Everything else surrounding it is, that's unfortunate.
And I'm like, okay, live action remakes, right?
And also
I feel like this is the one that kind of needs, if they're gonna remake anything.
I don't know about that. I think this is gonna be one of those movies that Disney just kind of quietly ignores for the rest of.
Yeah, I've noticed that
time
Pocahontas seems to appear less and less in Disney princess merch.
I cannot recall a single.
Also, I'm gonna put it into actively reading it.
I can't recall a very recent re-release of this movie.
No,
I don't think they're re-releasing it anymore.
I think as time goes on, time just looks more and more unfavorably upon this film.
Yeah, it is definitely a movie that has not aged well, and in fact, when it first came out, was actively rotting in front of everyone's eyes. But I like I said, I love
they sure tried it.
I love the art style, I love the animation, I love the music, but yeah, everything else about this movie is very, very unfortunate.
Hunchback of Notre Dame is one of my favorite films. So I want to put it in cinematic masterpiece.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure it deserves to be there, though. I think that the gargoyles really bring it down.
Yeah, the gargoyles are just, well, like, other than
the scale and grandeur of it is like the choir and the music, and it's really a bombastic film. It was kind of surprising that Disney went with adapting this particular story.
It sure was a choice, and also there is active use of a slur in it.
That kind of popularized the use of, I mean, I know that slur was already kind of in the popular, like
the cultural zeitgeist.
Yeah, the 70s counterculture had already kind of bastardized this word. 100%. But this one really kind of made it like people not even aware that it is a slur.
Yeah, like I certainly didn't know that this was a slur for most of my life, because I'm all like, they put it in the Hunchback of Notre Dame. They wouldn't have used a slur in it, right? Right?
But again, this is such a queer film.
Yeah. I would say childhood favorite, because God, the gargoyles they really do, like, they are way more distracted than the mice in Cinderella ever were.
Yeah. And I will say, though,
and especially, like, the utter tonal dissonance that they carry.
Yeah.
Like, they really do just stop the film to a screeching halt every time they show up.
Yeah. I feel like this is probably one where I adore this film, but if I saw it on Broadway, I'd probably like it more, especially if I saw Patrick Page as Frollo.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But I will say that in a rare twist of events, despite the use of the slur, they did make it less racist than its source material, because in the source material, Esmeralda is not Romani.
Yeah, she's kidnapped by Romani.
Yeah, she was kidnapped by the Romani, but she's not actually a Romani,
Yeah.
and that's why she's
a white girl.
And in
She's
this,
fine.
she is just a Romani
But-
that is directly confronting her oppressor and saying, no, fuck you.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they did not do their research on using that word.
Yeah.
So...
Anyway, let's skip to something much lighter. Hercules! Yay!
Controversial opinion. Cinematic masterpiece.
Oh, okay.
The stylization is something new for Disney.
Yeah, because they got the guy from The Wall.
And like just the way they took some risks with this movie, animating it to look like the Grecian urn style a little bit more. Danny DeVito as Phil is great. Actually, all the songs slap. And I love that a lot of the songs are gospel music because it's the Greek gods. And I am so frustrated. I don't remember what reviewer it was, but someone was like, oh, why did they have the music be styled this way? And I'm like, because it's the gods, you fucking moron.
It's mythology.
It's
the same kind of vibe.
Gospel and choir. And all of those songs fucking slap.
Yeah.
So I personally, it is the movie to teach a hero's journey. I think the comedy, even the parts of it that are references, still holds up. And yes, I know it's not accurate to mythology.
Yeah, it's not gonna be accurate.
But
it's Disney.
It's for children.
Yeah. And the Heracles myth is pretty fucked up. You probably don't want to teach the whole thing to children.
And also James Woods is Hades. Well,
James Woods is sure is a guy.
James Woods, notwithstanding,
he's really good at it.
He's really good as Hades, and he has come back to be Hades in everything. And I really his performance is very good. Even if it's, again, like, let's take this and read it through a Christian lens of Hades being the devil.
I'll
whatever.
Break up some things is that, so I don't believe that style alone should make it a cinematic masterpiece. That being said, I do agree that it is like the prototypical hero's journey. It's really good for that. I would kind of put it on the high end of childhood favorite.
I'm willing to give it that.
Yeah, like it's
we'll sort these later,
but I would definitely push it up to the front-ish of childhood favorite. But that being said, it was a very safe movie for Disney to do at the time.
Fair enough.
And it was a very safe movie just in general, especially, considering what it followed up.
Yeah.
They very much needed a movie that was going to make them money because The Hunchback of Notre Dame did not do that.
Mulan.
Okay, so you like this movie more than I do.
This was my Disney princess for a very, very long time. It came out when I was in kindergarten. So of course all the little girls were obsessed with it. I actually had an Anastasia backpack, but
I was an Anastasia. I also was Anastasia.
And I hadn't even seen Anastasia at that time.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird. But
oh my gosh, you were a fake Anastasia.
I was a fake Anastasia fan. But because I thought it was just a Disney movie I hadn't seen yet, and I didn't even know what it was from. But also, okay, never mind. So, like, I remember our kindergarten teacher had the Mulan CD, and like during like nap time, she would put it on like really quiet.
Yeah.
That being said, I don't think that the score for Mulan is especially strong. I know it's got the, some iconic memes and stuff. I think that the most powerful musical moments in this movie are not the songs, but the background track for when she decides to
cut her hair. Banging.
That theme is really fucking good. And when they cut out from A Girl Worth Fighting For at the village, and then from that moment on, there are no more musical numbers in the movie.
Yeah.
Very good choice. I am not familiar with the Ballad of Fa Mulan.
Oh, I've actually read it.
So I can't speak to it as an adaptation. I do think it's a very good it's very queer, which always
Yes,
bumps it up
it
for
is.
me. I was like, huh, a girl dressing and acting like a boy. Huh, I sure hope that doesn't awaken any. Let's be real. By this time, I was already definitely not
See,
cis,
like,
but
I feel like such an outlier in that I'm a trans man, but, like, I don't have a super strong attachment to Mulan.
I mean, to be fair, in terms of my gender journey, I'm probably more attached to Aladdin
Yeah.
because I watched that show all the.
Yeah.
Remember also, and I really wish we might have to rank Disney TV shows because back in the day when all of these like big
TV
movies
shows.
had TV shows and they were pretty damn good TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
I used to go to daycare and we would watch, among other things, Aladdin.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever I and my best friend at the time wanted to, play Aladdin, she always wanted to be Jasmine. And I'm like, cool, I'll be Aladdin. And I was very attached to being Aladdin to the point that where if one of the boys wanted to play with us, he could not be Aladdin. He could be Genie, or he could be the Rug, or he could be Iago. But I was Aladdin.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, looking back on it. Oops. But Mulan was another one of those where I was like, oh, I really like when she's a boy, and I don't like at the end when she goes back to being a girl.
Yeah, that was always kind of my thing. Well, like, because that also happens in the Ballad of Fa Mulan, or Fa Mulan, is that at the end of it, she does, like, go back to her family's home and get married and all that stuff. But anyway,
I would a childhood favorite.
Yeah, like, I'd I'd watch it if it was on, but yeah, like, the art style is nice. Once again, I don't think the art style puts it any higher. It's just a nice art style. I like the music.
I believe that Ziran Jejao did a video on this, and the animated Mulan, all the writing that you see in the background is accurate.
Yeah.
Which is a good touch.
Yeah.
I would certainly not be as willing. I would be more willing to put it to I would watch it if it was on, if it was not accurate.
Yeah.
But it is. I'm glad that they did the bare minimum.
Yeah. Good job on doing the bare minimum.
Yay. Tarzan.
Oh, that's a childhood favorite.
It's a childhood favorite.
I like Tarzan.
I like the Elton John music.
It's not Elton John.
Phil Collins.
Phil Collins.
I said that with my whole chest. I'm gonna go throw the best talent show this time.
No. Yeah, I like Tarzan.
I like Tarzan.
I
like fish out of water stories where it's like, oh, I have to learn all the social cues. Gosh, I hope that doesn't say anything.
Rosie O'Donnell Gorilla is not that bad of a sidekick.
Actually has an arc.
Yeah.
Like,
amazing.
The animal side characters are actual characters in this with distinct personalities, and they actually grow and change.
They've got stuff going on.
There's an NSYNC song.
Yeah, there's an NSYNC song. Exciting.
The one song that's not Phil Collins, NSYNC.
Yeah, why not? This is so very.
But
like,
the Phil Collins songs are really good.
It's so very early 2000s, like late 90s.
Strangers Like Me is a really good song. You'll Be in My Heart is a really good song.
Be in My Heart is like the song that everyone is like down bad for.
The cinematography is really good.
Oh yeah.
It's always exciting to see Tarzan going around in the trees, and there's some fun action sequences just to watch. Like every time there's an action sequence, I'm like, yes. And they showed a body hanging. I mean, it's a shadow, but
that sure is a thing that they did.
And again, this was
a dead body. This
was a movie that I had taped from Wonderful World of Disney. So I also had like the little short interview with NSYNC at the beginning when they're recording Trash in the Camp.
Yeah.
And that was always fun to watch. But because of the quality of the recording on the VHS, I never actually saw Clayton's shadow, so I was always kind of like, wondering what exactly Tarzan was looking at in that scene, and then I finally got a DVD and watched it, and I was like, oh,
oh, it was a dead body.
That's a body.
That's a body.
So that was kind of neat. So yeah, I have fond feelings for this movie, and the show that came out after it I thought was really fun. I really liked the show. Like, anyway, good movie.
Yeah,
I want to watch. See, now I want to watch Rescuers Down Under. I want to watch Tarzan. I want to watch Hercules. I want to watch these movies right now, and that's a good sign.
Yeah. Okay, next one.
Fantasia 2000.
I would watch it if it was on. 2 once is enough.
I'm gonna go. I would watch it if it was on. It's not as good as Fantasia.
It's not.
It's just not.
Like, okay, I kind of am on the fence of I would watch it if it was on. 2 once is enough, because unlike in the original Fantasia, there are sections of this that I just don't enjoy. Like, there were sections of the animation where I just kind of was like, oh, okay, I guess this is happening. Don't really care. Whereas in Fantasia, it is once again staring, transfixed, no words. It felt very much like a ballsy move to follow up Fantasia. Even though, like, originally when Fantasia first came out, it was like a thing that was expected to, they expected to do more of them, and then it didn't make enough money.
Yeah, certainly not to justify the budget.
Yeah. And then when Fantasia 2000 came out, they're all like, oh, we're gonna follow up Fantasia. And then I went to actually see this film in IMAX.
Oh.
And even that, I was just, like, lukewarm on it, which is why I'm just, like, so teetering on Once Was Enough. Because if you go to see it at IMAX and you still are bored, how good is it on your TV?
See, I feel like our viewing experiences might inform, because I would definitely put it in, I would watch it if it was on, because I do like that they made another Fantasia. I like that they tried something. The celebrity stuff, I'm like, it's fine. Like, I'm not offended by it. I don't feel like they understood the talking bits of Fantasia well enough to do it well. But
because all the talking bits of Fantasia, the original Fantasia, were just informational about, like, not the process of animation as well as, like, the music.
Yeah, it felt like pie art.
Whereas it felt like in Fantasia 2000, like, they were trying to just, like, do a bit to make sure that the audience wasn't falling asleep.
Yeah, and I was just not a big fan of a lot of the comedians they got. But I saw Fantasia 2000 for the first and only time in my music appreciation class. And it was one of the days where we had a sub. And so whenever there was a sub, we would just watch a movie.
Yeah.
And so we watched Fantasia 2000 that day. And I'm like, yeah, it fills time. It looks nice. There's some parts of this that seem really interesting and fun. Yeah. The Firebird Suite is always I mean, they put it at the end for a reason.
That's the best one.
It's not Night on Bald Mountain.
No.
But boy, did they try. The whales were pretty fun. Like,
I just remember when I watched the whales, like, I enjoyed it for the first bit, and then I was, like, super distracted by how CGI they were.
Yeah, I didn't mind as much, but the Donald Duck Pomp and Circumstance, I felt really bad for, because Pomp and Circumstance is so ingrained as graduation music that it's really hard to see it as anything else, even though I thought the Donald Duck Noah's Ark bit was actually really entertaining. It's really hard to not think about graduation while you're watching it, especially because I took this class in my senior year.
Yeah. And also, like, my main thing was that, like,
I was thinking about Donald Duck as I was walking across the stage.
It was just really strange to have Disney animating a Bible story. I was like, okay.
I didn't mind.
It felt very weird to me. But yeah, I guess I would put it in, I would watch it if it was on, in specifically the tier of this is background noise.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't watch it. all that much.
Dinosaur.
I watched this movie once, and once sure was enough.
I'm actively rewriting it in my head.
I don't remember enough about the plot to rewrite it in my head.
That's because it was just so fucking boring. And I was a dinosaur kid, right? I fucking loved Land Before Time. I watched this movie on Disney Channel whenever it was on. I read the novelization in school. Like, I know this material, and it really just could have done more. I feel like this was their first like full CG film.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of it was just focused on the trying to make the dinosaurs look as realistic as possible. They look like rubber now, but because CG just doesn't age as well as traditional animation does. That's all we'll say on that. And
I'm sure it's not the only thing we'll say on that.
But this felt like they were trying to be DreamWorks a little bit with the comedy, and it comes across very mean-spirited at moments in a way that is jarring to me. Like, I really feel like if I could script doctor this into a good dinosaur movie, not The Good Dinosaur, but we'll get there. It could have been something better, and there's hints, there's ideas that are not fully fleshed out. There's the theme that it's trying to go for of not leaving behind the old and infirm and being kinder to each other than and going against the whole survival of the fittest, nature demands whatever. Like, there's hints, there's ideas, but they don't really come through enough in the writing, and I feel like I could fix it.
Yeah. I could do better.
I could fix it.
Okay.
Emperor's New Groove.
This is a childhood favorite. I can't in good conscience call it a cinematic masterpiece because it's not. It was very very much a fun, silly movie. That being said, God, does this movie, I can confidently say, informs most millennials' sense of humor.
It truly does. It's not a cinematic masterpiece, but it is a comedy masterpiece.
Yeah, it is.
It's so fun. And I mean, just the cast of characters. Patrick Warburton, David Spade, John Goodman, and fucking Eartha Kitt.
Eartha Kitt's here.
Are amazing off of each other. The kids are really funny. The wife is really funny. All the background characters are funny.
Yeah.
Like,
everyone is having a good time.
Would it have been cool to get Kingdom of the Sun? Yes. And maybe someday they'll go back and revisit that idea. But we've had movies like Kingdom of the Sun. We've had the hero's journey, bombastic epics. We have not seen something like Emperor's New Groove from this studio.
It's true.
And like, it was a lot of fun.
That's why a lot of the times when people are all like, oh, Kingdom of the Sun was such a big loss, and I'm all like, we got Emperor's New Groove out of it though. Like I understand like the shit that went down. The Sweatbox sure is a documentary. But that being said, we did get Emperor's New Groove out of it. Like, that's not a small victory. We can still hear Eartha Kitt's villain song. It's not in the movie, but it's available. You can still listen to it.
Yeah. So, we're gonna fight on this one. Atlantis.
I fell asleep during Atlantis.
It was one of my childhood favorites. I think it might have informed some of my nerdiness about world building, because I watched all the bonus features about how they actually, built. I think they talked to the guy who invented Klingon to work on building Atlantean as like a viable language, and not a lot of it ended up in the movie, but like if you actually were to study Atlantean from a linguistic standpoint, it functions as a working language.
Yeah.
And I liked the character designs. I liked the twist villain. I
get the feeling that a lot of my I guess I wouldn't say bias against, is just lack of excitement regarding Atlantis is my lack of excitement regarding most sci-fi.
That is a barrier to entry for you on this
I
one.
would bump it up to I would watch it if it was on.
Can I get a lower childhood favorite? Because Milo Thatch kind of...
Don't look at me like that. Listen, I know, I get it, I understand.
He kind of...
Yeah, I know, I get it. He does look like me. We can acknowledge this. He is very much me. Fine. Yeah, you can put it on lower.
And mixed race romance.
Yeah, and mixed race romance, which I'm fine with. Yeah,
a large mixed race cast with no like huge racism problems.
Yeah.
Yay! I win. It'll be lower, but I don't care. Lilo and Stitch.
Cinematic masterpiece.
Let's go. Get up there.
Okay,
we're getting to the spot where we kind of have to...
Yeah, kind of just one sec. Boop, 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 boop. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so next one is Treasure.
We're not even going to talk about Lilo and Stitch. You know.
Lilo and Stitch is awesome.
I wish I could put Treasure Planet as childhood favorite. It is most definitely my favorite adaptation of Treasure Island. Treasure Island is so fucking boring. And Treasure Planet isn't, and it has the dad thing, and there's good dramatic irony being built up between Jim Hawkins and John Silver. The final third really drags the whole thing down.
It's a pretty movie. I would watch it if it was on, and I won't go further than that one. I gave you Atlantis.
I'll take I would watch it if it was on.
But it's very much, once again, very sci-fi.
Very 2000s.
Very 2000s. This movie was incredibly dry to me. Once again, I was nodding off while watching it. It's a pretty movie. I would watch it if it was on, and I'd probably fall asleep halfway through.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next down here?
It's
Brother Bear.
I would watch it if it was on. Like, this movie is not a good movie.
I'll give you that. See, unfortunately, Brother Bear is a movie that the animal sidekicks piss me off.
Yeah, it's
and if it didn't, everything that's not being that little bear, just I get it. He's a kid. He's meant to be kind of annoying.
Yeah,
he does it a little too well.
He's annoying in the story though, which I appreciate.
But like everything around, like the first part with
the stuff with the brothers is so good,
and like the ending is legitimately like touching.
Like
but the whole middle like road trip bit, I can't stand it.
Yeah, like I understand the people who say that this movie sucks. I enjoy it enough. Maybe it's because I like bears.
Bears.
I like the bears stuff. I like the stuff with the brothers. I can like forgive some stuff because of it, I guess.
I like the karmic retribution.
Yeah.
And I like how much of a little shit Kenai is, and that he does have to grow up.
Yeah. And like
his whole arc is done really well.
His character arc is so good.
Coda just is unbearable to me.
Yeah. But like, you know, he's very much annoying in like that little brother sense, and maybe it's because when this movie came out, I had my little cousin living with us, and he was very annoying.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's like, you know, I get it.
All right, we got Home on the Range.
I've never seen this movie.
I'm torn between actively rewriting it and Once Was Enough. Because it's not a good movie. It's... but there are parts of it where I'm like... I feel like they were trying to be Emperor's New Groove, but like in the Wild West.
Mm.
And like the villain...
I know the villain uses hypnosis, and I'm just all like, bet.
Jennifer Tillycow is real sweet. Like, I'm gonna put it nearer the... I don't know how we're gonna arrange actively rewriting it in my head. Whether we put...
I don't think there's any rewriting it. Or there's no organizing, actively rewriting it. It's just
because so many of these are like I would rewrite it for completely different reasons.
yeah.
Yeah, like I'm putting it in actively rewriting it, but I feel like it doesn't really need as much of a rewrite as a lot of people might claim. I feel like there were some ideas here that they just needed to lean a little harder into the comedy for.
Yeah.
Like if they really went full Emperor's New Groove with it, I feel like they could have done something.
I feel like actively rewriting it would be like these are serious plot problems.
Yeah,
so I would say once was enough.
enough.
Like from what I've heard about it, it's a very inoffensive
It's
film.
just it's there.
Whereas actively rewriting it in my head, these are like movies that we get kind of heated about.
Yeah,
like
I
when we
don't
watch
care.
it, we immediately feel like this surge of irritation. Whereas I haven't seen Home on the Range, but I feel like I wouldn't have enough emotions about it.
Yeah, it's like I don't care enough to be upset about this movie.
Yeah, like with Fox and the Hound, I watch this movie and I get angry because it could have been so good, but there's just these very severe problems with the plot and like the writing that just make me incandescently angry.
With that in mind, I think I'm also going to put Chicken Little in Once Was Enough.
I never saw Chicken Little, so I'll take your word for it.
Again, see, I feel like a lot of the anger toward Home on the Range is people being like, it killed 2D animation. And I'm like, they were already trying to kill 2D animation.
I look at Chicken Little and I'm just like, it looks very cheap.
It does.
I never had any interest in it. It looks like a movie that was coming out of a lesser studio, except it was Disney for some reason.
It's not a good movie, and I really don't like the dad character in it, but like, I can't bring myself to care enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not very good.
Yeah.
I saw it once, and that was enough.
You gotta evoke emotions in me for actively rewriting it.
Meet the Robinsons is going to be a weird one for me.
I never watched it, so I'll take your word for it.
You're going to have to take my word on a lot of these ones, because a lot of these ones are the ones you never saw.
Well, no, I think we're moving into stuff that I've seen again.
Yeah.
Like, this was, like...
This little blip.
This little blip, I was in high school, or middle school, or
somewhere you're a teenager and these movies just didn't look good enough to watch. And I saw a lot of them on Disney Channel. Mm-hmm. So Meet the Robinsons is really funny at times. Like, really funny. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of quotable memes from this film. Mm-hmm. And I feel like the core message is very good, no matter how much they really hammer it in. But it is also a deeply upsetting movie for me. Mm. Because, and again, I think this is the autism coming through. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the rules are in the Robinson household. Like, anytime the main character is in the Robinsons household, I am having an anxiety attack.
Oh no.
Because they're very, like weird and kooky, and like, the message is that it's okay to be weird and kooky, and you can have like your interests and your way of expressing yourself, and it's okay because you'll find people that will accept you. And like, that's a great message. I am upset when we are in that setting because I don't know what the rules are and I'm scared. And I need some structure but like, it's such a sweet message at the end. Like, there's a real emotional core to it. Bowler hat guy is hilarious. Mm-hmm. Goop. They all hated me. Like, that's so funny. I'm gonna say I would watch it if it was on, but I would probably just have to like skip some parts or leave the room for certain parts. Because I feel like it is a movie that everyone should see at least once. It sure is a thing. I like certain parts of it very much. But I also I don't know. It might be toward the higher end of Once Was Enough.
Yeah.
But no, because when I think about it and I know that you haven't seen it, like, I do want to show it to you. It's just that go in knowing that certain parts are going to be really hard for me to sit through.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, Bolt.
Okay, so I have seen this movie. And when I watched it, it was inoffensive. And then I heard about Chris Sanders' original idea for the movie and the fact that this was the movie that he left Disney over, and now I'm actively rewriting it in my head.
Let Chris Sanders do what he wants forever.
Yeah. There was a whole plot of it that, and you can look it up. It like he had a very interesting, and I can't for the life of me remember many details right now because my brain is full. But he had a very interesting script for this movie, and then it came out so middle of the road.
It feels like the direct-to-DVD Dalmatian sequel.
Yeah.
They just kind of redid that with some additional road trip elements.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Princess and the Frog.
Princess and the Frog. Oh, I wish I could put it at Cinematic Masterpiece because Tiana is my favorite. But god damn, they really kneecapped the music.
Yeah, the music in it is just its weakness. I would definitely put it in childhood favorite.
In a movie where the music should be a highlight, it's fucking New Orleans in the 20s.
Yeah, and then they got what's his face to do it.
I can't remember if Randy Moore?
Randy Newman.
Randy Newman, yeah.
Randy Moore was that hack fraud.
That hack fraud, Randy Moore.
No, they got Randy Newman to do the music, who's just very
Dumpa.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't
have the spice.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you get a white guy?
Yeah.
Why did you get a white guy to do the music for this?
I don't know, man. But yeah, like this movie could have been way better if they had gotten someone else to do the music, honestly.
Tangled. The version of this movie that CJ the X talks about, where if you just skip the first 5 minutes...
Yeah, skip the beginning
That would have been a cinematic masterpiece.
Yeah.
As is childhood favorite.
Yeah. My feelings on Tangled have softened over time. When it first came out, I was very, I was very much in the position of, okay, so they're just killing 2D animation now. And I was very bitter about it, but it's a very good movie.
Yeah, it's a solid movie. The characters are fun.
I do, however, take offense to the idea that they couldn't have done her hair well in 2D. I'm all like, shut the fuck up.
And it's still Glen Keane, but it's Glen Keane.
Yeah.
We have the art
power.
Book.
We have the power.
We own the art book. We see what this would have looked like. We know the pencil tests exist.
Yeah, I'm all like, you could have.
Same thing for Frozen. We'll get there.
And my main issue with this movie is that they seemed like they were making a lot of excuses to not do it in 2D, and I'm like, you could have done it in 2D though. You could have.
Just say you wanted to do it in 3D, and it's fine. The Winnie the Pooh.
Never saw it.
I'm not super attached to Winnie the Pooh, so I'm just gonna say I would watch it if it was on because I just don't go out of my way for Winnie the Pooh, Kingdom Hearts included. But it's a cute movie. It's fun. There's some cute gags. It's a good film.
I'll still stick by my guns that the only Winnie the Pooh animation that exists for me is the Soviet Winnie the Pooh. It's good shit.
Yeah. All right,
Wreck-It Ralph. That's a cinematic
masterpiece.
Wreck-It Ralph was robbed.
This is the other one I talked about earlier, where I'm like, this is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's really fucking good.
It's so good.
And the performances are amazing.
The frame drops on the animation to make it more digitized looking. Like, great.
They took some
amazing.
Despite it being a CG film, they did take some creative risks with it.
Mm-hmm.
They, it showed what they could do with the medium, and all the cameos are fun. Like, I like that there are a lot of older cameos.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just capitalizing on whatever's popular with the kids.
Yeah, like they
unlike
had
a certain other
tappers. That
film.
was great.
It's got the parent-child thing going on.
Yeah.
I like Jack McBrayer as Fix-It Felix and Calhoun. That romance was really fun. Like,
yeah,
the twist villain is the best twist villain they've ever done.
Yeah.
Because he's still a villain.
Yeah.
But his cover was really good. Like, I bought it when...
Yeah.
I mean, I think that this was one of the ones that got spoiled for me about the twist villain. This one and Hans, I think. But even knowing that, I still kind of bought it when he was telling Ralph, like, yeah, if she wins and glitches out in front of players, this whole world is gonna go tits up. And I'm like, he wasn't wrong.
And also, like, you know...
like, arguably, there's a case to be made for that.
Yeah. And I just really like the fact that his voice was based on Edwin.
Yeah. Alan Tudyk, once again, showing up to be incredible.
Oh, God, Frozen. Actively rewriting it in my head.
I loved it so much when it came out, and then I sat with it for a bit.
I remember hearing that Disney was making a Snow Queen adaptation, and I was so excited. And then I got Frozen, and then all of my dreams died. I will say, like, Frozen is a inoffensive movie. If you just don't know any of the production history, you don't know any of, like, the concept stuff that was done behind it, you don't know how baked in production hell it was, and just, like, the fact that they really just got Idina Menzel, and it's all like, anyway, she's a good guy now because we got Idina Menzel, and I'm just like... okay. I guess this is just Wicked on ice now.
See, I'm gonna fight. I have big story problems and character problems with this, and I know you do as well, but...
I do.
But, like, okay, so they got Idina Menzel, she sang Let It Go, and that kind of changed their minds about the direction of the story. Fine. Anna should be allowed to be mad at Elsa.
Yeah.
And I feel like there are cut songs, and we don't spend enough time with Elsa post Let It Go. The musical redeems this for me, but we're not ranking the musical.
Yeah, well,
But the musical shows me just how a little bit more could have saved this film and at least brought it up to, I would watch it if it was on, if not childhood favorite.
See, I know you really like the musical. The musical does not save it for me.
Fair enough.
Like, because I feel like I know too much. And also, the Snow Queen is, like, one of my favorite fairy tales, and
there are other adaptations of it.
They really just, like, I know because Frozen exists, I will never get a Disney Snow Queen adaptation.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm just like, I can't. This is, like, Frozen is my, like, hope sink.
This is our white whale.
This is where I go to kill all my dreams.
Yeah, and the soundtrack's not even that great.
Yeah, like...
Vuli and Let It Go.
It's mid.
Let It Go is a good song, I guess, in isolation.
Fixer Upper makes me want to die.
But, yeah, like... Okay, we're getting close to the point.
Which sucks because, okay, straight up, the best part about Frozen is my boy Kristoff.
I know.
And they did him so dirty in the sequel, and I'm all like, why am I even here?
Like, at least in the sequel, they gave him his own fucking song.
Yeah, and then they put him on a
bus. Well, we'll get to it. Big Hero 6.
Actively rewriting it in my head.
Wow, really? I was gonna put it at Once Was Enough.
I mean, I guess Once Was Enough, but goddamn, that villain...
That villain was really bad.
That villain was so bad. They could have made this movie good.
Okay, yeah.
Like, they had good things in this movie. But much again, like Pocahontas, there were good things in this movie, and then just everything else surrounding it was just...
I feel like we didn't get enough time with the rest of the team.
Mm-hmm.
The villain sucked.
The villain was so bad. And his what's it?
Motivation?
Yeah, motivation was just so convoluted and stupid. Especially where it's all like, oh yeah, my daughter is, you know, got killed and all this stuff, and it's all like, okay, so you're willing to kill your favorite student over it? And he's like, well, yeah. It's like,
you know, you're right. As a teacher, this is offensive.
yeah.
Like, okay, I'm not a parent, so I can't, you know, speak to that loss and that grief, but those are my kids.
Yeah.
For the year that I have them in my room, I will throw the fuck down for any of them.
Yeah.
Even the ones that are a little shit sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You don't mess with my students.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I remember having like when the movie came out, like before or like just before it came out, a lot of people thinking that like Tadashi was going to be a twist villain.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't even know how that would work, but honestly, I feel like it would have been better than what we got.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, Zootopia.
I would watch it if it was on.
I'm kind of actively rewriting it in my head.
Really?
Like, not to the same degree as like Pocahontas or Fox and the Hound, because I liked it well enough, but I feel like the message that they were going for got really muddled, and a lot of the concept stuff I feel just works better. Like the shock collars, I think removing those.
I didn't dig really into like the production stuff of Zootopia,
like
so I'm interested about this.
There's this really good cut scene with the shock collar idea, and like, but they would have had to commit to the predators being the minority.
Yeah.
And I feel like they really got things they wanted to make it a both sides thing.
Yeah.
And it ended up really muddling the commentary of what they were trying to say.
I feel like very much whenever Disney tries to both sides things, it does kind of
go well.
Doesn't go well, especially when the main character's a cop.
Yeah, I'm like,
damn, Judy Hopps.
It's like, okay, so are we gonna make this about racism or are we gonna make this about sexism? And they try to do both, but they try to both sides the issues, and it doesn't work out. Because they're not gonna take a stance.
Mm-hmm.
So it just ends up being very kind of a confused metaphor. Whereas in the concepts, it was very clearly that the predators were the minority. And that was enforced through these shock collars. And there's 2 cut scenes with the shock collars that show once where Nick has to go to the doctor because he was in some kind of incident and they have to take a look at his neck. So they have to remove the collar. Mm-hmm. And he is literally just sitting there. And the doctors and nurse, who are all prey animals, are treating him with so much fear and suspicion, like they're trembling as they're removing the collar, and
he's just like,
and he's literally just sitting there.
I'm just a guy. I'm just here.
And then the collar is off for presumably the first time in years, because these are put on when they're children.
Yeah.
And he is able to like touch his own neck for the first time in years and like feel without the collar, and you can just see the relief and elation on his face. And while the doctor and nurse are still cowering in the corner because they think he's just going to turn into a feral animal and kill them. And that's a pretty powerful scene. And the other one is, it's I think polar bears, but it's a child's birthday party. And it's a very special birthday because the child is receiving their collar. And they're very proud because this is kind of like a coming of age, like it's a rite of passage
thing, yeah.
That when you're like, oh, you're like a big kid now, you get your collar. And they try to frame it in like a positive way to make it, slightly less horrifying. But the kid puts the collar on and is so excited about it and having like, I'm a grown up, blah, 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 and then gets zapped because the collar reacts to any strong emotion. So it doesn't have to be anger or fear. It's excitement, joy,
elevated heart rate.
Any elevated heart, it zaps them. And the kid gets zapped and then just kind of stops and looks to their parents. And you can tell that, like, the parents are trying not to have a big emotional reaction to this because they'll get shocked too. And it's that realization of, oh, this is horrible. And
damn,
all of that was taken out. And now we have this very confused, well, are the prey species the minority or are the predator species the minority? There's a moment in the current film, like on the subway after the whole, like, nightshade thing is happening, where, like, a mother pulls her child closer away from a leopard on the subway or something. But it's like, okay, but that doesn't really... It doesn't hit the same because you are trying to establish that the prey are the minority because the mayor's a lion and, you know, Bellwether's whole thing is like, we've been, you know, kept down. And I'm like, but have you? Like...
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway.
It's very confused. And I feel like the shock collars would have given it a more concrete through line.
Yeah. Okay, so what's next?
Moana. I would watch it if it was on.
Yeah.
I don't have as strong feelings about it. I really liked it when it came out. It's okay. Alan Tudyk is the bird.
Yeah.
But
Alan Tudyk's here.
I really thought the pig was
now.
I thought the pig was gonna be a character.
Yeah.
It really isn't.
Yeah, Pua's just kind of there.
Pua doesn't even go on the boat.
But
Dwayne Johnson's having fun as Maui.
Yeah, like, it's... I really wish that, like, there was a lot more, like, Polynesian culture, I guess, in it. Like, yeah, we have Maui, and he's a figure of Polynesian culture.
Yeah, and they actually have a Pacific Islander playing the lead, which is nice.
Which is nice, but then it feels once again very, like, safe.
It's very Lin-Manuel Miranda is here doing the music, and I like Lin-Manuel Miranda, don't get me wrong. But, like, we don't... Again, I would have preferred they actually got someone from the culture doing the music.
I wish that the music sounded a bit more like you know, just like a little bit less Lin-Manuel Miranda
a little more
raps.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy You're Welcome. Just way more than I probably should. I enjoy that song a lot. That being said, I would have been a bit happier with, like, you know how in Lilo and Stitch, you know, the cinematic masterpiece, we have, like, songs being sung in Hawaiian and like there's one song, I don't recall,
and it's more of a backtrack.
Yeah, it's like it's very understated. I don't know. It's just like, it's a pretty movie. I'll watch it if it's on.
Yeah. I'm not sorry, Shaperillis. I don't care about Tamatoa.
I like that Tamatoa is played by one of the vampires from What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh yeah.
He's the movie. The movie, not the show. But yeah. Like, yeah, he's the sexy, like, older vampire.
All right, we got and that's all I got to say about that.
I was actively rewriting Ralph Breaks the Internet while I was sitting in the theater watching it, and then the ending made it worse.
I tried so hard to like it, and then I'm like, oh, this is terrible.
The one scene I like is literally the part with Vanellope and sitting with all the Disney princesses.
And that could have just been a short.
Yeah, that could have just been a short. You could have just done that as a short. You didn't have to do this whole movie.
Remember everything I said about liking Wreck-It Ralph because a lot of the pop culture references are older and things that have lasted throughout time?
Yeah.
Not here.
Not here. It's the internet, baby.
The only good...
We're gonna reference memes and
screaming goats
and Twitter.
Twitter isn't even called Twitter anymore.
Yeah. But it's like and then of course like the absolute character assassinations that went on in this movie.
Yeah.
And I'm just like
going turbo and God, this
everything going turbo is bad in the last movie, but we're just letting the main character do it in this movie. And I'm just like, okay.
I'm like, you're their president. Like,
yeah.
They kind of need you. And
weren't you like whatever.
Like this should be about Vanellope learning to be a leader
yeah.
when her people are in trouble and not just fucking off.
Yeah.
Because outside circumstances.
Yeah. And they really were all like, oh yeah, like and Ralph is insecure. And I'm just like, okay.
Like, you could have done something with the parent-child and your kid growing up and, you know, going off to college, basically. They tried to Toy Story 3 it, but they didn't land it.
It was so bad.
And, again, just, the only good thing in this movie, really, to me, is that there's no villain. Yeah. Like, they didn't try to recreate the twist villain of King Candy. It's there's no villain.
They made like
Ralph's
emotions the villain, and which also kind of irritates me.
Considering the first movie.
Yeah, considering the first movie. It's like, okay, so like this movie very much had like kind of a mean-spirited view of the first movie, which
this movie felt like a direct-to-DVD sequel.
It felt like a direct-to-DVD sequel, and, like, the people who wrote it actively disliked the first movie, which, you know, is going to be a problem, because do you see where Wreck-It Ralph lies on this tier list?
Yeah. Also, there wasn't enough Felix and Calhoun.
Yeah.
There should have been way more bits with Felix and Calhoun.
Yeah, they were just kind of shoved to the side.
I'm like, I wish we were with Felix. Like, half of the movie, I was just like, man, I wish we were with Felix and Calhoun right now. I bet they're having a really funny time trying to wrangle all these kids.
I wanna see what the Disney princesses are doing.
Yeah, I'm like, I would rather be with the Disney princesses. I would rather be with Felix and Calhoun. Like, I would rather be anywhere but here.
Yeah.
And speaking of anywhere but here,
yep.
Frozen 2.
Actively rewriting in my head. Can't believe they finally gave my boy a full song. Because, I mean, in Frozen, he had, like, a short song. They gave him a full song, and there was a Queen reference, and that still didn't save this movie for me.
I, again, really, really tried to like it. My feelings about Frozen only get more and more negative with time.
Yeah.
There's Jenny Nicholson has a script doctor on this video. Go watch that.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're getting when we get to the end of the Disney and the start of Pixar, we're gonna pause and take a break because we need to eat dinner.
Yeah.
But for you guys, it'll be just like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Next is Raya and the Last
Never
Dragon.
Saw it.
Well, once was enough.
You saw it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Oh wow.
It has dragons in it. Of course, I fucking watched it. It was okay. I really feel like it just tried to do a little too much with not enough time. It was fine. I didn't think it was bad. It just was. Encanto.
I liked Encanto.
I'm putting this one up in...
Childhood favorite?
I want to put it in cinematic masterpiece so bad.
Don't think it hits
But I
that.
just don't.
I think it very much... It being right next to Tangled, I think sums up my feelings on it. Is that, like, it's very much in the same vein of Tangled as... This is a very pretty movie. This is a very nice movie. There are a lot of really good emotional beats in this movie. That being said, it was safe.
I went and saw it a couple times in theaters, and the music was really, really good. I think every single song in this movie slapped. I'm really happy that Mirabelle doesn't get a power at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And that generational trauma is again, it's a movie that doesn't have a villain per se.
Yeah.
But I think people are a little too harsh on Abuela, given her experience. But like, yeah, I would put it toward the higher end of childhood favorite.
Yeah.
It's really visually and musically stunning. I wish we got to see more of the rooms.
I don't feel like it's daring enough to put in a cinematic masterpiece.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't take enough risks, I don't think.
But it was really good.
It was very good.
It's probably toward the higher end. I enjoy
it. And it's probably my favorite Lin-Manuel Miranda soundtrack.
Yeah, like, this is how you use Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah.
Moana, take notes.
Yeah.
Strange World.
Never saw it.
Strange World is Pixar. Is it?
No, it's Disney.
No, it's not. Never saw it.
Never saw it.
Wish. Actively rewriting. Yeah. The whole internet is actively rewriting it. And Moana 2, never saw it.
I heard that it was, I remember there was, like, supposed to be a Moana series on Disney Plus, and then that never happened.
They
and
just
then
crammed a few episodes together.
And I'm all like, okay.
See, when they did that with Tarzan, it was a direct-to-DVD sequel.
Yeah.
They didn't try to put that in theaters.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of a proof of concept for the show or something. Yeah. Or I don't even know if it was that. I think it might have just been, we put 3 episodes of the show together and released it on DVD.
Yeah.
Like, because I remember seeing the TV show before I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
So I already knew the episodes that were in it.
Yeah.
But that could just be, I don't know what I saw. Okay, so here's our rankings.
Let's go down. Do we have any more? 1 sec.
Okay, no, it's Pixar from here on. Okay. Never saw it, so we can't rank. Actively rewriting it in my head are being rewritten for such different reasons that I don't think we can rank them.
Yeah, let's just kind of not. Yeah.
Once was enough.
I feel like Jungle Book and maybe Winnie the Pooh and the Rescuers, and I guess Pinocchio can be at the high end.
Yeah, I think,
because like those are at least classic enough.
It's like out of all of these movies, the ones that I would actually like be like, yeah, maybe I'll give that another shot.
Yeah. The Rescuers could be on the high end of Once Was Enough.
And I think Raya, I'd be fine watching it again.
I certainly wouldn't. I can't see myself being ever interested in Chicken Little or Home on the Range. Well, maybe Home on the Range.
I think I'd rather watch Home on the Range than the Aristocats.
The package films, they're good where they are with Dumbo.
Yeah, like there's interesting history behind the package films.
Well, actually, okay, I would probably bump Dumbo behind the package films.
Yeah.
Simply because Dumbo is just such a nothing movie. I'm sorry.
Honestly, I'd put it behind Home on the Range.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would watch it if it was on.
Bambi definitely is high end.
I'm gonna put Fun and Fancy Free down near the bottom.
Yeah. Like, Fun and Fancy Free, it's got Mickey and the Beanstalk, but then the other, like, short that's in it is just kind of boring.
Meet the Robinsons and Brother Bear are gonna...
Yeah.
Like, I'm just gonna kind of scooch. Moana probably goes up here. You really like Sword in the Stone.
I do really like Sword
in the Stone. I like Oliver and Company. I feel like this is kind of...
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know. I'd rather watch Treasure Planet than Fantasia.
Fantasia 2000. Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, that's... Okay, childhood favorites. Here we go. Let's fight.
Okay. Down Under needs to go near the front.
Yeah, I would say...
And Aladdin.
Aladdin, Hercules... Just Hercules ahead or behind Aladdin?
I would say behind. I really like... Can we put Ichabod and Mr. Toad behind Down Under?
Yeah.
Because, like, I definitely like Sleepy Hollow more than Mr. Toad.
Yeah.
Like, Mr. Toad is fine.
Princess and the Frog, I feel, should go here.
Yeah. Emperor's New Groove, I would say right up next to Down Under, between Down Under and Ichabod. I love that movie. And
I'm gonna put Mulan up. I know that Atlantis is gonna be kind of on the lower end because it's not one of your favorites. I move that we put Alice in Wonderland there as well.
Okay, but I will not allow you to put Peter Pan too far down.
No, I know. Peter Pan definitely goes probably ahead of Mulan.
Yeah.
It wasn't one of my childhood favorites, but if we're like, hey, Peter Pan and Mulan,
I would say Encanto above Tangled.
Yeah.
I would say
sure.
Encanto would probably actually bump up maybe behind Mulan.
I would put it in front of Mulan for me, honestly.
Okay.
Robin Hood's
I would say
probably
low end.
back here.
Sorry.
Yeah.
it's the Xerox processing.
Tarzan also I would put like right here.
Okay.
Okay, so Hunchback, Aladdin, Hercules, Princess and the Frog.
Yeah,
this looks pretty solid to me.
Okay, so
and this one, like, honestly, it's short. All right, Beauty and the Beast, solid right there.
Yeah.
Sleeping Beauty's second place. Snow White's third.
I would say,
and then like right up to Cinderella, and then I'm like these four definitely are in the right order. And then we get to here, and I'm like,
oh, this is hard. I would say
I'm gonna put Little Mermaid ahead of Cinderella.
Yeah, I want to say Lilo and Stitch ahead of the Little Mermaid. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, honestly. I feel like Cinderella could actually be kind of on the
Lady and the Tramp can be on the low end. I'll accept that.
Same with Great. I'm putting Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
This is how
Great
I feel.
Mouse Detective before Lady and the Tramp. Not gonna lie, Vincent Price pushes it just above Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like this is my rank.
Yep. This is pretty much my rank too, honestly.
All right. So top down, we have Beauty and the Beast, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, Fantasia, Lilo and Stitch, Little Mermaid, Wreck-It Ralph, Lion King, Cinderella, Great Mouse Detective, Lady and the Tramp, Hunchback of Notre Dame, Aladdin, Hercules, Princess and the Frog, Rescuers Down Under, Emperor's New Groove, Peter Pan, Encanto, Tarzan, Mulan, Ichabod and Mr. Toad, Tangled, Atlantis, Alice in Wonderland, Robin Hood, Bambi, Moana, The Sword and the Stone, Oliver and Company, 101 Dalmatians, Treasure Planet, Fantasia 2000, Brother Bear, Meet the Robinsons, Winnie the Pooh, Fun and Fancy... The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Fun and Fancy Free, The Rescuers, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, The Jungle Book, Pinocchio, Raya and the Last Dragon, Saludos Amigos, The Three Caballeros, Make My Music, Home on the Range, Dumbo, The Aristocats, Chicken Little, and then there's no order to the rest of them. Yeah, all right. Okay, when we come back, we will add in the Pixar movies. I'm not sure how that will change our rankings, like order-wise.
This is just for the Disney canon to the point where this tier list was made.
Yeah. So we'll come back and we'll add in the Pixar ones and see how that changes things up. And now we're adding in the Pixar films. Pixar. Toy Story.
The OG Toy Story, that's a childhood favorite of mine.
I think we kind of have to put that with Cinematic Masterpiece. And we'll see where they rank next to the Disney ones at the end.
Cinematic Masterpiece, definitely in the way that, God, it really was a game changer.
It did a lot. Okay, I'm actually going to maybe see if I can
zoom out just
because
there we go.
Because we're off the screen here.
Yeah.
One more.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. And we can actually see them all. A Bug's Life. Once was enough.
That this movie left no impact on me whatsoever.
Like, I really liked it as a kid, but I couldn't really remember it now. And I have no desire to watch it again. Toy Story 2.
Toy Story 2 makes me cry. It's good. It does make me cry.
I feel like it's a childhood favorite.
Yeah.
Jessie is such a fun and complicated character.
Yeah. She's really good.
Like, I think it did a really great job following up with where Toy Story left off. Monsters, Inc.
Okay, so admittedly, so I am a 2D animation buff. So I don't follow the advancements in 3D tech as closely. That being said, I think Monsters Inc. is a cinematic masterpiece.
Really?
Yeah. Because I know that they did a lot of updates with like hair tech for Sully especially.
That is true.
And like I said, this is probably one of, if not my favorite Pixar movie. And it holds up.
It does.
Like, it holds up for even for the time that it came out and the fact that it's made in CGI.
See, I was going to put it more in like, I would watch it if it was on, just because this is one of those movies that I watched so many times as a kid against my will.
Oh, no.
And that can really leave a sour taste when it's like
Yeah.
the only thing that the after school program has on.
Yeah.
So you see it every single day, whether you like it or
Understandable.
not. But I will take into consideration what you said. I think it is very solid.
Yeah.
A lot of the jokes land still.
Like,
it's got the
It's
parent-child
genuinely
thing.
funny, and also I love Boo's two dads.
Yeah. Finding Nemo. Once was enough.
Yeah, once was enough.
This is another one of those that you especially had to watch many times against your will.
Yeah, I got it as a VHS as a child for like a Christmas or birthday present or something like that. And I just remember thinking, I hadn't even seen this movie in theaters. I'm not at all interested in seeing this movie. I watched it and I was like, I don't care. And then everyone was like obsessed with it. And I'm like, I don't get it. The
The Incredibles.
Incredibles is really freaking good.
I class this as a cinematic masterpiece.
Yeah,
because
it is.
this was one of the longest animated films at that time.
Yeah.
And just the storytelling, the visuals, the extra features of, not all the supers were good people.
Yeah. Like there was a lot
There's
of
a lot of
world building that went into this one, especially, that I think was just so interesting. And I really wish that the sequel was better. We'll get to that eventually.
Yeah, it was pretty solid. Well, pretty solid. It's very solid.
Solid.
It's a very good film.
It's one of Pixar's best ones.
Yeah.
For sure.
It would take them a while to get back to this level of quality to me. Cars 1. I would watch it if it was on.
Like, I know that a lot of people really don't like the Cars franchise because it's very much like a toy commercial, basically. But I enjoy the first Cars movie. It's cute. It's a very bog standard story, but it's
fun.
It's nice.
There's some cute jokes in there. Larry the Cable Guy as Mater is decently entertaining.
Yeah.
Ratatouille.
Okay, but sorry, before we move on. So Larry the Cable Guy is drag, right? That's drag.
That's drag.
Yeah.
Larry the Cable Guy is a type of drag.
Yeah, it is. It's drag for straight people.
I feel bad saying this about Ratatouille, especially because Sin Squad, once again plugging the channel that's way more successful than mine.
Yeah.
Sin Squad's video on Ratatouille is really good. I wish I could enjoy it more, but once really was enough for me.
Well, see, I would watch it if it was on.
I'll be generous. I'll put it in. I would watch it because I just didn't really enjoy it a whole lot. Like
really?
the human characters were really boring to me.
Yeah, they were. But like
I liked the first bit, and then
I
after
enjoyed
that,
enough of like the rat storyline that like I would watch it if it was on.
Yeah. Wall-E might be a masterpiece, might be a childhood favorite.
Oh, see, I would watch it if it was on. I don't have strong feelings about
In
Wall-E.
that case, I'm gonna put it in childhood favorite, like meet in the middle.
Like it's certainly a pretty movie, but it's I don't care enough. I honestly don't.
See, once again, it's me enjoying selective mutism in characters that are very expressive without using a lot of words.
Yeah.
And that can really be kind of in children's media, in animation, which is seen in the West as children's media. This film is marketed as children's media. Not having a whole lot of quips and little like jingle keys moments, but just letting things sit, letting the visuals speak for themselves.
Yeah.
Is kind of a bold move.
Yeah.
And
I could definitely
and I would have placed it in cinematic masterpiece for that, but if you're sitting it, I would watch it if it was on, then I'll go for the middle.
Okay. Like, you know, if you have stronger emotions about it, then you can certainly bump it up if you really think that it belongs there. I just didn't have strong emotions about this movie.
Yeah.
I admittedly don't have as strong emotions about Pixar movies as I do about Disney movies, because once again, I'm a 2D animation like buff. So Pixar is a bit more hit and miss for me.
Yeah, kind of the same. I guess I have some feelings about Wall-E because that one professor I had the worst take on it that I've ever heard in my life.
Oh my god.
Which, if you're not deep in the Roselin lore, I took a film class and the teacher was such a fucking pretentious asshole and just talked shit. Literally straight up told us that none of us were going to get A's because we've only seen American films. And just talked shit on American cinema every single chance he got. And the textbook also talked shit on American cinema any chance it got. And I got really mad at him about it and made a commitment to not only get an A in that class, but get an A by going to as few class sessions as possible, because he didn't take roll. Mm-hmm. He was just utterly convinced that if we weren't there, we wouldn't pass. So I just looked at the syllabus and watched half of the movies in our own time.
Yeah, I remember, because you would come over to my house and we'd watch them together, because you're all like, you know this movie? And I'm like, yeah, I do.
Yeah, I'm like, I have a film buff with me, so, and you've seen a lot of these films.
Yeah.
So we just watched them together and would discuss them afterwards. Mm-hmm. And then I would read like whatever relevant section of the textbook and not only get an A in the class, but do so in a way that highlighted the use of all of these techniques that we were supposed to be learning about in American films.
Passive aggression. Final boss.
And got an A in the class. Mm-hmm. So fuck you. But yeah, his take on Wall-E was that it was pro-consumerism because, well, the robots are just going to clean it up for us. And I'm like, that is actively antithetical to the movie. The robots are not cleaning it up. Humans are required to go back and clean it up. Mm-hmm. Wall-E's entire species basically has run down and there's still mountains of trash. Mm-hmm. They can't do it. Like, the whole point of Wall-E is that you can't have robots live your life for you. You have to get out and do it. Mm-hmm. And that Wall-E is living a fuller life than any of the humans on the Axiom. Because he's actually there doing it.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm a little bit defensive about Wall-E, more so than I think I would be otherwise. Mm. Up.
I have only seen the first 15 minutes of it.
Once was enough. They really used up all of my emotions in that first little bit, and I don't really care about Kevin. I don't care about the kid. Doug is a cute character for 5 minutes. I'm not big on Up.
Toy Story
3.
I would watch if it was on.
I like Toy Story 3 a lot. But yeah,
it's not as good as the first two.
I don't think it's as good as everyone's. I think the last couple of minutes are very emotional, and that's what people leave the movie on.
Yeah.
I don't think the whole movie is as good as those last few minutes.
Yeah.
I think people have made this movie in their heads a lot better than it actually is.
Yeah.
Cars 2, never saw it.
Sorry, Cars 2.
Brave, actively rewriting it in my head.
I feel like Brave is one of those movies that has only gotten kind of worse over time, especially with all the information that came out about the development hell surrounding it.
Yeah, I tried to like it a lot, and
The music is still really good. Everything else about it is just slowly worse, and it also cheated Wreck-It Ralph out of the Best Animated Picture Oscar.
Yeah,
like it absolutely did not deserve to win over Wreck-It Ralph.
It only won because Pixar.
Yeah, it's the Pixar award thing. But anyway, so yeah.
Monsters University.
Not as good as Monsters Inc. But it was cute.
I have very complicated feelings on this movie.
Yeah, I know.
Because I watched it a lot. Yeah. I ran an Ask blog on Tumblr for it. It is very closely linked to... Yeah, so... Yeah. I can't watch this. Like, I think it's fine. I think it's actually... In terms of expanding on the Monsters Inc. story, there's a few things that you gotta retcon a little.
Maybe eventually it'll be your Cinderella.
Yeah, maybe. But see, I can't say once was enough because I've seen it way more than once. I think it's Sin Squad has a great video on this movie, and you should watch that. I can't watch this movie again.
Yeah. Let's just put it by quality standards. I would watch it if it was on. Yeah, because it's a decent
it's a pretty, movie. It's a solid film.
It's just for personal reasons you can't watch it again. Yeah, at least for another decade or so. We'll try again later.
Yeah. Inside Out, I would watch if it was on. Yeah, I had very, very positive feelings about this movie when it came out, and over time, it's just kind of. I feel like that's the thing with Pixar, is that every time a new Pixar movie comes out, we all expect it to be really, really good and amazing. And it's a good movie. It's fine. But then after time, it's like, oh, this isn't really like the
super
hype.
Great.
like it's good, but it's not groundbreaking. Yeah. I would watch it if it was on, though. Yeah. Finding Dory, actively rewriting it in my head.
I see. Okay, I recently watched this because I work in a kindergarten and they put it on, and I thought it was okay. Like, it was non-offensive, so I'm like very much in the once was enough category. I didn't have strong emotions about it, probably because I didn't have strong emotions about Finding Nemo.
I really did not like Finding Dory. I'm sorry. I can't give it that grace. I'm mad at this movie.
Oh no.
What a fucking cop-out at the end. Fuck you.
I barely remember the end. Well, because obviously I was working, so I was like, da 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 da.
Yeah, no, I actively hate the ending of this film.
Oh, okay. I don't remember the ending. What is the ending?
Her parents are alive.
Well, yeah, but...
They shouldn't be.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be. You have this great found family aspect with just her and Marlin and Nemo.
Yeah.
And...
Oh, so it ruins your found family.
It ruins my found family.
The offense.
And, like, it didn't need to happen. I'm not a huge fan of the disability representation in this film.
Yeah.
Like, I have a lot of issues with Finding Dory.
Okay.
And,
yeah. I guess I just wasn't thinking too hard about it because I was literally sitting in the middle of a kindergarten class and just,
That borderline qualifies as never saw it because you were managing children.
Yeah, well, it's true. It's true.
The Good Dinosaur, never saw it.
Never saw it.
Never saw it.
Like, it looked okay, but I was just all I saw was that it's like hyper realistic backgrounds and then like super cartoony characters, and I'm like, okay.
I was like, nope,
not for me.
Not for me. Cars 3,
never saw
also
it.
Never saw it. With the caveat, I would actually like to see Cars 3. I would watch Cars 3 just to give it a shot because what I've seen of the plot summary actually has me a little interested.
Oh.
Because it's completely disregards the existence of Cars 2, which is just Mater shenanigans. And
yeah.
because in the Cars universe, if we're seeing racing as comparable to like being a pro athlete, you can't do it forever.
Yeah.
Even if you're at the top of your game, eventually someone's going to come along. Like, even if you don't have a career-ending injury, younger, stronger, faster athletes are coming up behind you all the time. You can't do it forever.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to shift into that mentor role and bring up the next generation.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, that's what Lightning is kind of like. Lightning does have some kind of like, I remember all the jokes being like, I can't believe they killed Lightning McQueen. Like,
yeah.
He does have some kind of accident, just like Hudson did before him.
Yeah.
And then has to kind of, work with this newer. And I think that's interesting. I would be interested to see how that goes, what they do with that. If they commit to him being out, or if it's more of a, well, you're going to have to adapt to the new way things are done. I would actually be interested in seeing Cars 3. Okay. It would probably be a once was enough if I did watch it.
Yeah.
But I would give it a shot. I just haven't really had the opportunity to do so. Coco is a fucking masterpiece.
I do like Coco, but I don't know if it pushes into like cinematic masterpiece for me. I would definitely put it as a childhood favorite. It's really cute.
It does for me because firstly, it's gorgeous.
It is.
It is a beautiful film.
But it
is a Dia de Muertos film, which we need more of.
I would definitely put it on like the same level as Tangled, which is childhood favorite.
Oh, see, I think it goes so much harder than Tangled. Like the dealing with grief and the generational trauma aspect of Encanto is there, but then it does. Controversial opinion. I like the twist villain in Coco.
Oh yeah, so do I.
Because the whole
he's really good.
Like
he's a good twist villain.
He's a good twist villain because the whole time I was gearing up for the reveal that Hector is introduced to us, the audience, as a liar. And the whole movie, I am just waiting for him being like, oh yeah, I know Ernesto de la Cruz. We used to play together. The whole movie, I was waiting for that liar reveal. And I was kind of gearing myself up to be disappointed. Like, this is going to fall into the same story beats and blah, blah, blah. And so I was blindsided when that's true. He did know Ernesto de la Cruz.
Yeah.
And Ernesto de la Cruz killed him and stole his song. And also that's a type of queerness right there.
Yeah.
But okay, like that blew me the fuck away. What pushes
this into cinematic masterpiece though?
The incorporation of music into the storyline and the fact that they combine English and Spanish to me. That they don't cop out and have all of the songs be in English.
But they also did that in Encanto.
Yeah, but Encanto didn't quite deal with the emotional level of like Miguel running away and being so wanting to play music that he is literally putting his life on the line for it. And his family is like trying to save him, but it comes with conditions, and like that also is a type of queerness to me. And like that whole that they both have to grow. Like, it does a lot of the things that Encanto does, but I feel like it did them better.
I'm just over here like,
and Coco's dead at the end and reunited with her dad, and like that whole scene.
That is a really good scene.
Like, that was really powerful. I feel like it just does a little bit more. I just
don't know if I'm willing to push it past like. I don't know if I could push it past Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I could.
Okay.
I could.
Okay. I'll let you do that.
Like, Coco had me crying in the club. Like,
yeah, fair enough.
It's such a good movie.
It is. Yeah, okay.
And Dante wasn't annoying.
Yeah, I could definitely put it on the same level as like The Incredibles and Monsters Inc. And maybe it's because like when it comes to Pixar, it's a slightly different ranking system. Like with the Disney movies in general are usually going to be like, I imagine with how we're putting this together, how we're reordering them, I don't know if I'll be able to reorder any of the Pixar movies above any of the Disney movies on each tier.
No, I would be surprised if we did, but
Yeah. Anyway,
just because that's Incredibles 2.
Incredibles 2, I'm actively rewriting it in my head.
I'm Once Was Enough, so I'll go with actively rewriting.
Like,
I liked some of the things that it did, and I really hated some other things.
Yeah, that's kind of why, like, that's why I can't put it in Once Was Enough, because Once Was Enough is just the movies that, like, I have no opinions on, really. Like, that didn't leave that much of an emotional impact. We were waiting for Incredibles 2 for so fucking long.
Yeah.
And
there was so much they could have done with it.
Yeah.
There was so much more it could have been. Like, I like giving Helen the spotlight.
Yeah.
And making it more about her.
Yeah, that was fun.
I thought that part was good, but like the villain was really just not there for me.
So dumb.
It was such a convoluted reason.
Like
in the world that was built for the Incredibles, to not further explore a lot of that.
And also, I'm gonna say it, like, okay, so one of the things I really liked about the Incredibles 1 is that it's set in the early 60s. And it felt like Incredibles 2 wasn't, almost.
Oh, see, I felt like it was even more 60s.
Like, their house felt 60s, but, like, everything else didn't. I didn't get the vibe. The vibe wasn't there.
Vibe wasn't there. Toy Story 4,
I never
saw it.
So...
And I'm probably not going to see Toy Story 5 either.
Yeah.
Onward.
I would say I would watch it if it was on.
I would watch it if... I liked it more than I expected to, but I liked the brother dynamic. But... I don't remember a ton of the details, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's there.
And I'm sorry, I don't care about the whole modern high fantasy setting.
Yeah, I feel like it's cute, but it's definitely kind of gimmicky.
Yeah.
Soul
Once Was Enough for me.
I really liked Soul.
See, I was kind of let down by it.
I know there's been a lot of controversy around it as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think more just the core message really resonated with me at a time that I really needed to hear it. So, like, that the idea that your purpose is not necessarily your talent. Like, what makes life worth living doesn't have to be the thing that you do to survive.
Yeah.
I really needed that at the time that I saw this movie. I would watch it if it was on.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough.
Luca.
I like Luca.
Our friend is really obsessed with Luca.
I was really
I really liked it.
It's such a cute movie, and it's so queer.
It's so queer. The art style grated on me a little bit. It's
very
favorite.
much the top of the, like, height of Bean Mouth, but the art style didn't bother me so much. It kind of, like, had this kind of American version of Studio Ghibli kind of vibe.
A little bit, yeah.
So,
Julia in particular was giving Ghibli vibes.
Like, okay, so I have kind of a weird relationship with stop motion as a thing, and this isn't a stop motion movie, this is a CGI movie, just to let you know before you complain in the comments or whatever. But
it has a vibe.
It has this very tactile vibe that stop motion has, almost.
It does. Texturing.
It looks like it was stop motion, and it didn't make me motion sick. So that's always exciting for me. Like,
I'd give this one childhood favorite.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I would admittedly put it in, like, my top favorite Disney movies, but I can understand not putting it in Cinematic Masterpiece simply because it doesn't push the boundaries, really, other than being really fucking gay.
It's
really gay.
I'm like, if you watch this without the queer reading, I don't think you're watching it. Like, it's like playing Kingdom Hearts without the Riku is gay reading. Like, so much of the story doesn't make sense unless you look at it through the queer lens.
Mhm.
Like it's necessary.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is a gay movie. This
Uh-huh.
Turning Red.
I would watch it if it was on.
I was so I feel like childhood. Like I want to own this one.
Yeah.
This one was really fun.
And you know, okay, yeah, like as someone who was a kid in the late 90s, early 2000s and was into like boy bands and stuff, this is very much growing up as a girl viewed person
Yeah.
in the early 2000s.
But they didn't talk about 9/11.
They didn't talk about... Okay, but that guy has gone on to like kind of be all like, yeah, that was a bad take, I'm sorry. But yeah, 100%. This was very much like these were people I knew. This was fandom culture that I was a part of as a young child.
This was our coming of age.
Yeah, this was our coming of age. And meanwhile 9/11 is going on in the background.
Yeah.
You know.
Lightyear
Didn't
never
watch
saw it.
Had no interest in seeing it.
Mira Nova's not here. What's the point?
Yeah.
Elemental.
I would watch it if it was
I would watch if it was on. It was a lot better than I thought. I feel like the universe wasn't as fleshed out as it should have been.
Yeah, we didn't really get much focus on the earth and the air people. It was just the water and the fire people.
But what we did get was very good. I really liked it as like a mixed race relationship, immigrant story kind of. That all was handled very well, I think. I was moved by parts of this movie.
Yeah.
You know, like her talent with blowing glass, and everyone says she should pursue it, but she wants to do the store because, well, she doesn't really want to do it, but she feels like she needs to.
Yeah.
And like her parents would be supportive, but she doesn't even want to bring it up because of all they gave up to be here. And like, it's a lot. It's very heartfelt, and I would recommend seeing it if you haven't.
Yeah.
Inside Out 2.
Once was enough.
Once was enough. I barely remember it. Again, this is a queer movie, but aside from that, and aside from, I'm pretty sure like there's a thing where it's like, oh, Riley has like a big secret and that came out afterwards, and then it's not that she has a crush on the girl.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
like,
because okay,
once again, she obviously is crushing on this girl.
This is something that I've noticed a lot, is that like, and I feel like Luca managed to kind of dodge this almost, but like, and this isn't in the rankings, but it's something that also has this problem, is Elio, a movie that came out recently, is that like a lot of newer Pixar movies are all like, ooh, this could be queer, but it's not queer. Haha. We're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna confirm it. We're just gonna heavily imply it. And it's all like, okay. It feels like tourism at that point. Like Inside Out 2 was 100% queer tourism.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm just like, it's there.
All right. Let's see if we rank any of the Pixars above. Okay. I think cinematic masterpiece, I would put The Incredibles above
Toy Story.
It's
definitely
I think I'd put Monsters Inc. above Toy Story. I think I'd put Coco above Toy Story.
Yeah.
Maybe not above Monsters Inc. though.
Monsters Inc. is just a really freaking good movie.
Childhood favorites.
I want Luca at the front of the Pixar childhood favorites.
Yeah, I think Toy Story 2 probably.
Yeah, at the bottom.
And like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'd put Luca above Atlantis.
Really?
And like Turning Red probably above Atlantis. Admittedly, like, I like Robin Hood a lot, but I like Turning Red and Luca more.
Yeah.
Atlantis, like, Luca, Turning Red, and Atlantis are kind of on the same tier to me.
That's fair.
Like, they're interchangeable to me.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, actually, I could probably put Luca above Tangled, in my opinion.
Yeah, all right.
Like, Tangled is something that I don't really have much emotional connection to, but I acknowledge that it's a very beautiful movie and it's very nice.
Do we want to keep Sleepy Hollow this high up?
Yeah. That's the nostalgia talking, but I do have that deep nostalgia.
All right. I would watch it if it was on. I feel like is where we're going to get the most changes because
yeah. Let's see. I would agree put Ratatouille near the low end of it as well as Monsters U.
Yeah. Things.
Yeah.
I would put Elemental above Fantasia 2000.
Really?
I would rather watch Elemental again.
Yeah.
Soul could be on the lower end. Onward above Meet the Robinsons.
Yeah. I would put Cars above Winnie the Pooh, The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I actually quite like the first Cars movie.
Yeah, it's cute. It's the Route 66 thing.
Yeah.
Toy Story 3, I'd put Inside Out like with Cars.
Yeah. That's gonna make a lot of people
That's
mad.
gonna piss a lot of people off.
I put Inside Out with Cars.
Above Toy Story 3.
Yeah, sorry.
Cars is above Toy Story 3, I'm sorry.
Honestly, I would probably put Toy Story 3 behind Soul, honestly. I'm just not as big of a fan of Toy Story 3 as like everybody else is.
And this looks fine to me.
Yeah.
Once Was Enough. A lot of it's just going to be Chicken Little moves to the back. Aristocats moves to the back.
Yeah.
Dumbo moves to the back.
Well, okay, no, I would watch Dumbo before I watch A Bug's Life again.
Okay. I would watch Finding Nemo before I'd watch Home on the Range again.
I would watch Dumbo before I watch Finding Nemo again, not gonna lie.
All right. We'll move it to the front here. And
yeah.
I'd watch A Bug's Life before Up.
Okay.
I'd probably watch Inside Out 2 before Up as well.
Mm.
And then actively rewriting it in my head.
Doesn't matter.
We're not ranking for.
Doesn't matter.
Never saw it. We're not ranking for. Never saw it. I'm putting Cars 3 at the front because I actually do want to see Cars 3. And I feel like I should watch Strange World because that's their actually gay movie.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I'll acknowledge it when I see it.
100%. It's not going to be gayer than...
I'll probably watch Melody Time at some point. So yeah, those 3 can be at the front.
Listen, Strange World, I guarantee you're not going to be gayer than Luca or The Little Mermaid.
I'm sorry,
guaranteed.
I'm sorry, Strange World, but you're not going to be gayer than them. those are the gays that you got to look up to.
Okay, so there's our... Okay, we're not doing act... I was about to say I would put Incredibles 2 above Black Cauldron, but we're not ranking this area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's all totally different reasons why we're pissed off at them.
Yeah, I think this, I don't know, maybe I would move 101 down. No, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine where it is.
Like, I keep thinking, like, oh, maybe I'd move it below Treasure Planet, but, like, no. I mean, given that this is our list, that's where it should be.
Treasure Planet, it has, like, a really good first half, whereas
the first 2/3 are good, and
101 Dalmatians is, like, solidly kind of boring all the way through. But, like, has more historical oomph behind it.
It has the historical oomph. It has a great villain, and it's not a letdown at the end.
Yeah.
It doesn't reach the highs of Treasure Planet, but it also doesn't reach the lows.
It's just kind of solidly boring all the way through.
It's just mid. And then Treasure Planet's like, oh, this is all. Okay. All right. And that's our ranks. So take a moment to look through them. I would say maybe The Incredibles above Lady and the Tramp, but I don't want to sleep on the couch tonight. And yeah, that's our list. I'll link this in the description. I didn't say that last time because I didn't think we were going to be done, but oh well. So this tier maker will be linked in the description if you want to do your own ranking. Come yell at us in the comments about how wrong we are or how much you're so glad that finally someone agrees that Toy Story 3 is not the be-all end-all of animation. And we'll see you next time. Keep growing till then.
Bye.